back to it. Like, oh well, I get dead.
Okay.
Worst.
I totally missed a lot of that. You cut out of it.
You cut out like crazy. It's okay, because we're actually live now, though.
That doesn't happen too often.
Damn, Shay, you got darker. What happened?
Uh, Lighting's just going, I guess. It's
Lighting
gonna.
is just going nuts. Okay, what's up? What's up?
I can turn my light back on.
People.
What's up,
Going on.
everyone in the chat? We got some 23 people here. Um, Welcome to episode 3 of Character Select. Finally, it's back, and we're doing Steve Fox today. You know, I'm joined by two pretty cool guys. We got Mr. Shea above me. He's looking really fucking dark right now. I don't know why.
You want me to turn my light on? It's not that
Yeah,
big a deal.
your lighting was good before, and then the sun just went down and just fucked everything. You turn your light on again. Shay's a new school player. He's from upstate New York, somewhere north of New York City. I don't know, about an hour out. And yeah, he's not bad. He's pretty good with Steve. He made top 8 at Summer Jam last year. Did you place top 8 anywhere else, Shay? Besides Summer Jam last year?
No, I haven't been to that many tournaments.
Right. Yeah, he's one of those like doesn't go to many tournaments, or when he does, he fucks shit up. He almost made he almost made top 24 at Combo Breaker. He was one win away.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, one win away in losers, going through all the way through losers. Almost beat that Commander guy, but that Commander guy's pretty good.
Dirty Oscar players.
Dirty Oscar players. And then my man to the right of me on the thing, I think that's the direction. Yeah. Is Mr. Michael Kwan, MYK. I don't think he needs much introduction. The pillar of the West Coast Tekken FGC. Steve of America, maybe? I don't know. Sounds pretty pillarish to me. I'm not too familiar with your tournament performance, but it must be pretty good, I think. You've been around for a long-ass time.
Yeah, I've been around for a while.
You've been around. You've been busting some heads. But you always played Steve? You started with Steve?
No, I did not start with Steve. I started with Jin, actually. Jin was my original. Jin, and then it was Armor King. My DR was my first game, so right. Then Jin, Armor King, then it was Steve.
Damn. So, anyways, now that we've got the introductions out of the way. Oh, and I'm Pepper52Spicy, and if you didn't already know that, then you're kind of dumb, because you're on the channel. But, regardless here, we're going to get started into dissecting this character. This is the podcast about how to play this character, and also how to play against this character. So, it's less about the people, and more about getting advice from people who know what they're talking about, because I don't know a lot about Steve, so I asked these people to talk about Steve for me. So first off, let's introduce how you guys got started with Tekken a little bit. Shea, how did you get started with Tekken, and how come you picked Steve?
Actually, I didn't really. I started in Tekken Tag 2, and it was like kind of halfway through the game's life. And I remember the first tournament I watched that I was kind of exposed to high-level Tekken was a Summer Jam. I can't remember which one, but it was OFDP. The game in grand finals, and that was like the first like Fernando. But I used to play like NR games before that casually, like Injustice or like MK9, and I kind of got more into like the FGC stuff, and then I was just trying games. Like I tried Ultra Street Fighter 4, couldn't do the combos, so I kind of just stopped. Like I couldn't do the one frame links. I tried Cross Tekken, couldn't do that. Good. So then I moved on to Tekken 2, and I could actually do the combos, so I kind of stuck with it. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how I got into it. Like halfway through.
Your first characters in Tekken Tag 2 were Asuka and Steve, though, if I recall, right?
Asuka and Bob. I was not a Steve.
Bob. Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then how did you get into Steve?
Well, I played like. Played Lars in Tag 2 because he was just so he melded with everyone. So
yeah, that's kind of true. You remember when his unblockable was the bound move?
Yeah, I remember.
That was wild. For Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For Bob,
nice,
not for Steve. For Bob. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But when I was playing Lars, I was looking for like kind of to like go with him. And I saw Trungy at final round do that sick ass sandwich combo all against El Negro, and I was like, I gotta try that. Yeah, so I had to end up like learning. Okay, I guess I gotta do. And it kind of all went from there. I kind of learned how to play him a little. He was more like a fuck around character. Like for like the most part, I was playing him online and stuff. And then he just got more fun the more I learned about him, and I kind of just went on from there. You know, I was just stuck with him, and I made the switch like 80% through. I guess like the life of Tag 2. Like the year they had T7 at final round in its beta form, like I was running Steve and Asuka. Shitty team, by the way. Didn't have the wall was nice, but the combos were, not great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too great.
That doesn't sound like there's not a lot of synergy there. Although you tried at least to make it work.
I tried, yeah. And I guess, Steve and Asuka, two sides of the same coin, I guess. Can's back one.
Can's back one, same thing. Okay.
Same thing.
You want to make that comparison? You can make that comparison if you believe in it. What about you, Mike? How'd you get started in Tekken?
Damn. I think it all started from like
10,000 years ago. Yeah.
Dude, it was like I was just a skateboarder before, and then ankle injuries,
like
and then
Reno?
my friend.
Damn.
Dude, that's how it started, man. That's how it started. My friends in high school, they were all playing Third Strike, and then they wanted to hit up the arcades, and I saw Tekken there, and I was like, I remember this game when I was a kid. And then I picked it up from there, ran into Kane, Rip, all them. Damn. And then, yeah, pretty much went from there.
Was that
I didn't even know.
Super Arcade?
It was the original Super Arcade.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Shit. And you went for Jin first because he just was like the coolest looking guy? I mean, that's usually what people tell me when they pick Jin.
Usually for me, I'll just go with the poster boy character, the main protagonist. That's like the first character I always pick, And then after that, it was Armor King, just because he looked dope. Mm-hmm. And then Steve was actually after watching Tekken Tim playing a 3v3.
Wow.
Tekken Tim, dude.
Wow.
I remember it was like I think it was my first tournament ever. I teamed up in a 3v3 tournament with me and True, also from Level Up Your Game, and Juggernaut, Nathan. Yeah, we teamed up as Team Man or whatever, and then I was a gym player, but then I saw Tim doing like right weave into Duck 2, and I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. I need to play that character. Yeah. That's what got me into playing Steve, just like seeing right weave Duck 2. I was like, that's it. That's the character.
That's the character. Right weave Duck 2. The move that made MYK's right weave Duck 2. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little similar, I guess, watching someone else play Steve.
Yeah, it's for both of you. Both of you got into Steve by watching a high-level Steve player do some crazy-ass shit. I mean, he's a really aesthetically pleasing character when he does his moves. Like, his animations are so crisp, and when he hits you, it looks like it really hurts.
Yeah, the back ones.
The back one, and the Peekaboo 2, and then the Shoryuken, and then just like, oh my, Peekaboo 1-2-1, like, all these stuff like
4-4-2.
4-4-2, bang, Sonic Fang, like, oh man, this guy hurts. He hits like a truck. But he doesn't like have the same.
It does like 20 damage though.
Yeah, until you get that counter, he just nibbles at you, but it still looks like it hurts, and that's what counts. That's what counts. Yeah, that's good enough though. That's pretty cool. So you both just developed into the playstyle. You just like the character, and it's like, however he plays, it doesn't matter. I just want to play him because he's cool.
Yeah, pretty much. And then his DR costume, like the teal shirt.
Yeah,
that one, that's what got me too.
No, the costume's nice. Yeah. What got me into Jin was the T4 outfit, the classic. You know what I'm talking about, the hoodie and stuff.
For Jin? Yeah, or for Steve?
No, for Jin.
Oh, okay.
For Jin.
Because Steve's capris in that game were not the... Those were kind of ridiculous.
What do you think of Steve's T7 outfit?
Better? I loved it, actually.
Better than the old one, or worse?
Yeah.
Better?
I've just been asking for that. Like, I wanted a boxing robe for Steve for the longest time, and they finally gave it to me. So I was like, I'm going to rock that one.
It makes a lot of sense that he should have something like that. All right, cool. So that's pretty... I always enjoy hearing about how people pick their characters, because the answers are always different. Some people are just like, they don't give a shit about the character. They just like the way they play. Other people are like, yo, he's the coolest shit. And some people are like, they actually care about the story. And they're like, well, in the story is like the main character, so I gotta pick him. And that's me in SoCal. That's me in SoCal. That's why I picked Siegfried. And so, moving on from that, it's Steve is a kind of a character that is kind of like a specialist, in this game. He's very counter hit heavy, very poke heavy, not much flexibility to his playstyle. But you guys are the Steve experts here. So, how would you describe your game plan when you play Steve? I'll start with Mike. You wanna what's your game plan when you start a match against someone and you're playing Steve?
Damn, you guys want all this secret tech?
Yeah,
tournament strategy.
This tournament strategy. That's how I win.
I guess the first thing I look for is how they deal with back one. Like I just do first thing I do, and I just take notes. Is just do back one, see if they're a ducker or if they just block it. What's their first immediate reaction after blocking it?
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes you gotta look for the down jabbers, you gotta look for the 1-2ers, you gotta look for the sidesteppers, you gotta see what they're trying to do after that.
All the different kinds of reactions. I like it.
Yeah, and then you also got the down forwards after. It's like you got different options, and you just have to pick and choose the right ones with Steve all the time. But that's the thing with him; he kind of lock you down. It's like he always kind of has an answer for everything that he has. So that's the cool part.
Yeah, he does. He really is a hard guy to find one thing that beats him. So
yeah, he's a wall. He's a wall character.
He is. That's why he's so good in this game. So cheap. So everything for you revolves around just how do they respond to back one and adjusting that to make back one counter hit.
Yeah, just that, and then after that, it's just do they have knowledge of the strings? Can I pull out a Lancaster combo if I need one? Can I go for this or that? It's like, does he duck this in the high, in the string? Just flicker one, down one. Does he duck those? Stuff like that.
That's true, because I feel like Steve's a character that the average Tekken player, at least here in America, doesn't do enough matchup labbing against, because he's intimidating when you look at him in the training mode, because he has all these moves that they're not really clear what exactly they're meant to do. And he has a lot of strings, so he can easily catch people off guard with matchup experience really easily.
A lot of cancels, a lot of stances, a lot of transitions.
Yeah, and he's so safe too. He's so safe. What about you, Shea? How would you approach a game plan with Steve?
It's kind of like the same thing as Mike said. See, something I look for.
Oh, he's cutting out so much. Shea,
all right?
You're gonna have to repeat that because you're cutting out a lot.
What about now? Can you hear? Am I good now?
I think yeah.
Okay. So yeah, what I look for, it kind of starts with. It's kind of like the same thing as Mike said. Actions. So something I'll start with is peekaboo down one. If they do something like sidestep right fuzzy guard, then I know they have a lot of matchup experience with that character. It's how they deal with 2-1 into flicker or something like that. If the response is to backdash away, then I know that you have a defensive game plan against this character, and I have to adjust accordingly. But I would say I have a bit more of a defensive playstyle, I guess, with Steve. So I try to throw out as many back ones. I try less is better, because when they land, they're unexpected. So a lot of it is just trying to get a life lead and then keeping out with back one. That's kind of how that's the go-to with Steve. I was supposed to get a quick life lead, do a dash up, down, back 3-2, and just run away for most of the game. So that's kind of more what I try to do.
I think that's pretty interesting because you don't really think of Steve as a keep-out character. I think not really.
Oh yeah, I think he's totally a keep-out character.
You think he is? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he's absolutely a keep-out character. Back one, down forward 2, Corsica forward 1. A lot of these just get off me type moves that. Yeah, they create a lot of space for him, Albatross 2 every once in a while. But
and if I see they don't know how to deal with stuff, if I do peekaboo down, and their immediate response is to either duck or try and hit a button back, you kind of see where they're gonna go for the rest of the game with that. If they don't have a lot of matchup knowledge, then you can just do shit 1-2-1 back or 1-2-1 into flicker or 1-2-1 into peekaboo, and you could just kind of keep your offense constantly. And they probably don't have a real answer for it if they don't have matchup knowledge. So seeing things like that, and then you can just have them hold back all day and just do, you know, a bunch of frame traps or go for a lot of down back 3-2s, hesitating all the time. So that's kind of where I go with that character.
Right. So both of you like to test matchup knowledge with your opponents a lot, and then just using that data and transferring it into how do I get them to press a button so I can counter hit them somehow, some way, right? That's
something like that. Yeah, you just gotta
something.
see their. You just gotta look for tendencies right away, real quick. You don't have much time in the first to two set,
Nah,
and
it's
that's
pretty.
kind of like the scary part. The scary part of like playing like a counter hit character in tournament setting is just like, damn, what if he never gives me a counter hit? What do I do?
Yeah, that's the rough
like
Leo. It's also similar position. It's rough. When they don't open up. When they don't open up.
And then it's like just finding those answers. I feel like you just need. For me, I have like at least two play styles I like to go in with, like an aggressive play style, and then one round I'll try like a super defensive play style. Yeah, so I think it's not a bad idea to switch between both styles with Steve, aggressive and super defensive. I think you can play both pretty well.
I agree. I think I see most players play super aggressive with Steve, which is why I'm so surprised to hear that he's such an effective keep-out character. But considering the tools you just listed, it makes sense why he's very good at it. I mean, back one is just you don't want to run into it.
If you watch how Nee plays Steve, that's exactly what he uses him for, just like the keep-out character for him.
Man, annoying. All right, so that's pretty good. So overall, how would you would I mean, pretty much everyone here would already know. They pretty much describe Steve as a counter hit keep out character. That's pretty much the go to for if you're saying what is Steve. He's a counter hit keep out character that's really fucking safe, and he hits like a truck when he combos you. But in the neutral game, his damage is very very low. I think so. His block punishment is also not that great. It got a little bit better in this game, though, right?
It's better now than it's been in a while.
Yeah.
He's got a real answer for 15 if Steve players remember how to do it. That's a punish that I forget about.
Yeah, I've never seen you use it. You're always Sonic fanging my negative 15 stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes the muscle memory dies hard. Blocked like the slide and while standing 2 mix up from Law, and I'm like, I still Sonic fang it. You technically can Shoryuken it, but I'm not gonna do that.
No. Oh yeah, I forgot you insta Shoryuken that shit. I forgot.
Yeah, you could do it at 18. I think you could do it at 17.
Yeah, wouldn't you just back 2 though?
No, it doesn't reach.
Oh, it doesn't reach. It doesn't have a lot of range.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so that's pretty good. What's it called? Setting the way that Steve plays and how you both approach Steve, and it's kind of similar. And I think it's an effective playstyle that you both just are data monsters, and then just playing Tekken. He's a very Tekken-y kind of character, just with a heavy emphasis on counter hits. But with that being said, he's such a strong character in counter hits. What would you say like one of the worst things about Steve? Like, what's a negative? I'll start with Shea.
His block punishment. I mean, his problem has been pretty consistent throughout most of the Tekken games, right? Like, the block punishment has always been an issue for him. You would only get while standing 1-2 since DR. Like it's good at 10, it's okay at 12, and then it kind of drops off. Sonic Fang is not the best damage. Same thing with long standing. And I guess range is something that he kind of struggles with sometimes. He's for a boxer, his arms are pretty short.
His jab range is actually really short. It's not good at all. Like a lot of characters have a lot better jab ranges than he does.
Yeah, that's a problem with him too. And also I guess the more someone get them to press, and people with more defensive play styles make it a little harder for you. Because then you have to the risk reward is not so great. Just start doing down 2-1s and down 1s, trying to see whatever you can get, and there's not much payoff for using those. So that kind of thing I would say it's kind of always been his problems, except for like 5.0 Steve.
5.0 Steve.
There's just some issues with it.
I've heard the legends of 5.0 Steve.
Wasn't around for it, but I'd say that's
I was right before my.
So I'd say that's the problems with the character.
You cut out for
Yeah,
some
I
of
just got a phone call.
yeah, phone call, yeah. So you cut out for some of that, Shea, but I think, yeah, I understand what most of it you were saying, but you want to add anything to that about his block punishment and it just you can't open people up?
Yeah, that's kind of always been. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, right? His weaknesses.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think you could it definitely exploit some things against Steve. Like we said, it's because of those weaknesses that you could use certain moves that are a little bit riskier against him. Like, even though his down forward two is fantastic, right? Even though his back one is fantastic, right? Like Katarina, for example, has like that full crouch blow.
I did
Shea
bring
knows
that
all
up.
about
Shea
it.
learned about this at Combo Breaker in the moment.
Yeah,
Oh my dude.
it's like, dude, the messed up part about that low is that it crushes like all his mids, right? That you just fish with down forward one, Corsica forward one, down forward two. It crushes all of them if you time it right.
Shea's just having
Uh,
fucking Vietnam flashbacks right now.
Yeah.
uh,
Lost down 2-3 is another one.
Oh
I
yeah,
just throw.
yeah.
Laos
See, like stuff like that while standing 4-3, while standing 4-3 fall as well. You could use like riskier stuff against him that you can kind of get away with. It's like I could. Why not? I'm only gonna eat like 42 damage after his 15 frame Punisher, so it's like I'll risk that. Trying to crush his flicker jabs with a down two or something.
Yeah, just
So that's always been an issue. No 15 frame while standing launcher is a huge issue, I think.
right.
And you could go for the ballsy just frame 4-4-2 from crouch, but that damage is not even that worth it for the risk. I think for against a lot of characters. There's stuff like that. I mean, a lot. That's kind of his thing though. So it's just like if you want damage, counter. Don't really try to block stuff. And then I think another weakness to him that I've been finding from like playing other characters and stuff is just that his whiff punishers, unless you're like super on point with your instant peekaboo short Yukins, like his whiff punishers aren't that great with Sonic Fang, or like forward 1+2.
Right.
It's okay. Forward 1+2's damage is okay, but it's not a launcher,
No, you can't. It's no Asuka, it's no Mishima. You can't murder.
Oh yeah.
You can't murder you for just whiffing in your face. You whiff punish with a rocket launcher too?
Yeah, rocket launcher all the time. That's probably like my go-to rocket launcher, Sonic Fang as whip punishers.
But it's
4-4-2s.
It's so little. It's unfortunate.
It's not. It's like 22, 20, like less than probably like 25 damage. Yeah, it's good though.
It's good, but it's
Damages, yeah.
He's not in the
hard.
he's not in the same level as everyone else with the punishment area. But it seems just a lot of things are not really related to his neutral game. Like his counter hit game is like seemingly really, really, really strong, and there's nothing bad about it. It's just all the other stuff. Like he's so specialized. Of course, he has to have other stuff that's not that great.
Yeah, so like the basic overall thing with him is counter hit game. Like we had a stats chart. His counter hit game would be like right, and then you get like your block punishers at like 10, standing 1-1-2 is pretty good. While standing 1-2 at 11 is pretty good. But then after that, it just kind of drops off, right, for his punishment game. And then after that, it's just like okay. So his counter hit game is really strong, and his really strong. So that's probably like his two biggest, compliments to that character.
What do you think about his poking game outside of counter hitting?
I think his poking game is okay. I think it's low though. That's the thing with his down 1 and down 2. His fastest low poke is 16 frames. He doesn't have a generic down 4.
Yeah, he wouldn't have that. I forgot
12.
He doesn't have that.
Dude, and that sometimes I miss down 4s. Give me a down forward, Steve. I'll take it. I'll take it.
He's already a cheater. He already punches below the bet. So I mean, why not? Just go.
Yeah, he already doing it.
Just
foot stomps and shit. He's already jumping, foot stomping them and stuff.
Doing get up kicks, hop kicks. Like I mean, kid is he's not fair from the first place. So might as well just break all the rules.
Yeah, he's already doing hop kicks mid fight. Like what does that do? Boxer?
What kind of boxer is this? All right, so okay, but my next question was gonna ask about the strengths of Steve, but I think we already covered that more or less. Obviously, the counter hit is the main strength of Steve. He's probably one of the best, if not the best counter hit character in the game. I don't know, maybe Brian competes with that, but Pretty hefty counter hit character. He gets a lot of reward from counter hitting, so it makes opponents really afraid to press buttons on you because they're so afraid of the counter hits, which I guess leads back into the keep out thing. You don't know when you should take your turn against Steve, I guess, right? Or what's the right way to take your turn. His block punishment no good, whiff punishment no good. Well, okay, I guess block punishment, whiff punishment. They just could be better.
I mean, his low game is kind of low average.
You think it's below average? I think it's okay. Is it? Do you agree with that?
Is there that character, besides down back 3-2?
That's the scariest low. Like, I think a power, like a sparking low. I mean, he kind of has one with Peekaboo down 2, but that's like hella seeable. And down back 2 is like hella seeable. So, I mean, you still get people every once in a while. That's only if they, caught him sleeping behind the wheel type of deal.
Right, catch him. I'm sleeping a lot at the wheel a lot. Always hits me.
Yeah, it's pretty safe, at -12, but it's still not like a Brian hatchet kick. Or,
you know what? Everybody wishes they had a low soccer. Everybody does.
Yeah, that or like a Kazumi, down back 4.
Down back 4. Oh, why is it?
Or like, those are pretty good. But I'll just take it down. I'll just settle it to 12 frame down 4.
You guys think down 1 is pretty good? I'm surprised you didn't mention it. I think it's pretty good.
I mean, it's okay. It's
okay.
What neutral on hit. I was like, Peekaboo down 1 might be a better low.
It's probably his best low. Peekaboo down 1 or full crouch down 4, same move.
That's +2 on hit. Does like 2 less damage than down 1. Down 1 does 14, and Peekaboo down 1 does 12. So and it's you have a little more options. You could do like cancel the Peekaboo into while standing 1 or while standing 2. Do another Peekaboo down 1 because you're not gonna be able to round it afterwards, or even go for the throw because that's like uninterruptible. So, like that. So I'd say Peekaboo is probably a better low than down 1.
He's definitely a character with a lot of options because he has all the cancels into the other stances and the sways and the duck-ins and stuff like that. So, what do you guys think about his mix-up game? Is pretty good.
That's the problem. The range.
The wall, I would say, is good.
But it's so risky still, because down back 3 is still -15. Down back 3-2, it auto ducks the high. So it's just like, it's a lot of risk for like very minimal reward for the down back 3-2. I feel like down back 3-2, down back 2, or you could go for the sidewall combo with the down 1 pickup.
I think
but that one's like really situational.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if you're on Forgotten Realm, you could do down back 3, down back, break the floor. You get a very nice combo. So.
That's the one floor break stage. God damn it.
One floor break stage. Let's just put all the floors on one stage. I hate that.
Yeah, what were they thinking?
I don't know.
What were they thinking?
I don't know. They were gimmicky, but I don't like that stage. I don't know anyone who does like that stage.
I like the stage if they just had more break stages. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
I like the floor break combos. I like all the things they did with floor breaks, but I just wish they had more.
But why is the whole stage a floor break? Everything turns to a combo. Oh my god.
Yeah, some characters get ridiculous stuff like Dragunov. He's already like not good, right? Up forward 4 becomes a launcher with down 3-4, or down her stomp. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty messed up, and some people don't get a lot. Some people got shafted on it, but
And some people's throws break the floor, and they get a
yeah, messed up
Dragunov
stuff.
again. 1+2 throw.
Vlaw has a 1+2 throw. The headlock drop also does that.
I think throw breaks the floor, if I'm not mistaken. The 2+.
Is it
the 2 throw?
The 2 throw,
generic
right?
2.
Yeah, the generic 2. It looked like it would. Doesn't Muscle Buster also do it, or am I mistaken?
This isn't the King Pot episode.
Yeah.
That's true. It's not the King Pot. Yes, it's true. You're trying to get me back on top.
I'm pretty sure, that one.
I mean, we could talk about hating that stage or being annoyed by that stage all day, but moving on from that. So Steve's a pretty clear-cut character. He's good at counter hits. He's okay at poking. Block punishment with punishment, not that great. That reminds me. What do you guys think about his range? His range is not the best either.
Yeah, we kind of went over that. Was one of
his Sonic Fang range is fantastic.
Right.
Forward 1+2, like the moves where he actually moves forward is great, but like his single jab is not the best. Like
that's
for
really
a boxer.
Ironic. That's extremely ironic.
Just give me Kazumi's jab. Like her jab goes so far. She like boom. I want one of those. You punish a get up four with that? Yeah, Steve can't punish get up fours.
Oh wow, we can't even do that. Poor Steve. Poor Steve. Guy wishes he could block punish more. But then if he did that, he'd be kind of dumb. But
Would
that's
he?
you never
I
know.
think Brian still has. I think Brian still has more counter hits and possibly better ones
Yeah,
and
he is block
better
punishments.
wall carry and a taunt. So I don't know.
I think he's trading it off for the fact that he's just hella slow. I think, but that doesn't really matter much when you choose your moments. It's just like Steve does. So I don't know. Yeah. So and his block punishment to whiff punishment is not that great. And then of course the mix-up game is minimum reward. And once again, if somebody's not really gonna press buttons a lot, then it's kind of having a hard time finding your damage. But he's quite a beast on wall stages, right? His wall pressure is quite good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's one thing I always think about for every character.
That
character, like every time you listen to commentators or something, right? Yeah, Jack's good with wall. Alsa's good with walls. Steve's good with walls. Everybody's good with walls. Who's bad with walls?
Oh, you know what?
Like,
Who's bad with walls?
Bears, maybe? No, I think bears are good. Like everybody's good. With
I
walls.
was gonna think Noctis, but then again, he is Demo Man, so maybe not. I don't know. He only has like one. Yeah, maybe everyone's good with walls. You just gotta find a character who doesn't have a lot of knockdown moves. That's your character that sucks with walls.
Yeah, it's hard to call. I don't know.
Yoshi?
Maybe. I think he's good with walls. He has this unblockable sword. Like, yeah, he's good.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of like what's a wall splat move with Yoshi. I don't know. Anyway, it's not the Yoshi.
Got that new one.
No, he's got the new one. It's not the Yoshi podcast. So anyway, I was normally I would go into our top 10 move list thing here, but I'm gonna save that for later because I'm changing it up a little bit how I do it. Instead, we're gonna go straight up into the matchup section. So we'll start with the favorable matchups in terms of characters. So if there's characters where you play against them in tournament, you're like, oh, thank God, this is gonna be really easy. Hopefully, it's gonna be really easy. So, Mike, do you got any characters that are like, when an opponent picks them, they're like, all right, now I can abuse all the stupid shit with Steve?
I don't know if there's matchups I would say that super easy for Steve. Like I can't think of one that he like completely overpowers another character where it's like an 8-2 or a 9-1. I can't think of a matchup like that.
Tekken's not too much like that, but he definitely has some good ones, I'm sure.
I mean matches that I like to play that I think are even or like Steve could put up a good fight against is like maybe Mishima's. Like I like fighting against Brian's. I like fighting against it's like Mishima, Brian, maybe Dragunov a little bit, but I think like the worst matchups for me personally have been Ling and Jack. Yeah,
Ling and Jack, two tournament veteran characters. See them all the time.
Which is a high probability that you're gonna get to those characters in a tournament. So.
You wouldn't say like traditionally on paper bad matchups, like let's say someone like Katarina or Law.
I mean, the only Katarina I could really is Weapon X because that's the only Katarina I really play against.
Right.
But I think that match is even still, like, because it just like even though you can't punish it with like while standing 1-2 like that full crouch low or like while standing full down forward 2 full crouch down forward 2, you can't do that against it because it's still too slow. I think just switching up your defensive options, like going for low parries instead, helps out in that matchup. So I think that matchup's okay, honestly. There's everything else. He's pretty even for matchups. He's definitely. I think most of the time with Steve, you're more playing the player than than anything.
Yeah, that's a good point because I think it leads back into what you were saying before. You're just looking for tendencies, and that's just a very general Tekken approach to many things. It's not very Steve specific. Shea, what do you think? You any characters that annoy that you like to beat up?
I think I have an easier time.
Oh my God, he cut off for the whole thing.
No?
Yeah, I don't know why you're cutting out all of a sudden. Start it
again.
Might be this.
It might be this. I don't know. It's kind of busted.
The headphones? You think it's the headphones?
It might be that because they're little Apple headphones. won't last that long.
You want to try? You want to try taking it out if that helps?
Uh,
Oh,
Then can I not hear him at all now though?
we're in there.
Well, now he's adjusting.
Maybe he just has to switch his mic.
Yeah, maybe you just switch your mic. And now we can't hear
Oh.
you at all.
is that better now?
Oh,
Right
wait,
now.
wait. Now I can hear you.
Okay, now it's good.
Yeah, now you're just mad choppy in the camera, but that doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, it was probably like that before. I don't know.
Maybe it's really.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, go
I
ahead.
mean, can you hear me now? Better? Is it fine?
Hmm.
It's good now. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So I would say like favorable matchup. Paul is not too bad. I don't mind playing against like Paul players. To Sonic Fang everything. It's pretty nice. You kind of take away one of his tools in Death Fist, or if he has to really dash in to get that demo man to sweep fully, and he can kind of take a lot of risks. You can back on him more for that if he's really looking for that. And I would say another matchup I don't mind too much is I would agree with Mikey. Brian is another one I don't mind all that much.
Mm-hmm.
I would say difficult ones. Bang, I think makes it really hard for Steve. If you have two players that are like, equally skilled, I think the Steve player is going to have a really hard time against that Fang has against that character. Like he's got punch parries, down back three. He's going to high crouch. His full crouch game also keeps him pretty low. I would say up back two is another move that kind of get a jail free card against Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Pick his spots. So I would say Fang can be pretty rough for Steve. Law is another character I think is excel at range zero, and I think Law is a little better at range zero than Steve is, and his down 2-3 again makes it a little hard for Steve to get his offense going. So you kind of got to know when to hit the brakes when you're playing against Law.
That's pretty true. Yeah.
And there's not much you're going to be launching the dumb shit that Law players do, like while setting two. You're not going to. Most you could get is like 4-4-2, and like if Mikey said earlier, the short you if you really have to do it. So those characters I would say are pretty hard for Steve.
I definitely agree. The Law, I think, is definitely at least 6'4" for Law. Like he could do so much. Like Fang too. Fang, I think maybe 5.5, 4.5, because just like the free, being able to use down back three more freely and not being afraid of getting launched and stuff like that is just really good against Steve.
Yeah,
so
the abusable stuff is really annoying. Yeah,
you have -15 high crush stuff. Yeah, not bad.
You have a lot of experience in that department because you probably play Lock and Rip a lot, probably at Wednesday night. Yeah. Oh man.
I think thank God they gave him the Wastan one punish against Law's Slide. Jesus Christ, there's always a different punisher every fucking game for Slide. It's like 5, it was crouch cancel 4-2-1, and then Tekken 6 and tag it was 4-4-2 insta bind, and then now it's like just while standing one. Thank God.
I forgot about that. I get
so much work. So much work for a slide punish. Jesus.
I don't. This is like unrelated, but I think I was trying to test it in Tag 2. I don't think Yoshi could launch slide. I don't think he could do it. I don't think he could do it.
In tag?
In Tag 2? Yeah, in Tag 2. He couldn't do it. I tried every wall standing move. Nothing picked it up.
Maybe instant full crouch down 2-2.
Down 2-2? Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that works. I think that's what James used.
I'll have to ask him later. Oh, what's up, Joey? Well, this is a character. Normally, I would save this question for a Q&A, but it's relevant. So, Cracked LCD in the chat asks, well, how does Steve fare against characters with the strong backdashes? So, like Elisa, Eddie, Kazumi.
Oh, it's fine. You're just, I think, player at that point. You just dash up in their face, give them 3 or 5 more dashes, and then show them the back one. It's like that's what you do against those motherfuckers. You just fucking dance around a little bit more, and then show them the back one. That's all it is.
Damn.
Just figuring,
I like the confidence. I like that confidence. Dash,
like
dash,
that.
dash,
That's
dash,
what
dash, back one.
you gotta also you gotta know you're playing the player most of the time, and then half the other time you're just like, what does that character have for like high crush pressure? You know, does he have good high crushes? You know, does he have good high crushes from full crouch as well? You know, like that's the kind of stuff you look out for. And it's like maybe hit the brakes more on flicker jabs. Maybe don't do so many 1-2-1 pressure. Maybe because he has a lot of highs in his strength, so it's like he could definitely get blown up or stuff like that.
Speaking of high crushes, you mentioned Ling earlier as a matchup problem. Is it mostly because of the crushing?
I mean, I went into the lab, the FGC 2012 and beyond lab,
Right. The
and
lab. I still call it that
I
too.
te- yeah, it's convenient. It's for convenience sake, but I think Steve just struggles in that match. Like everything I tested with single jab into instant AOP, single jab into side step right AOP, and I did all the options. And I tested which ones can hit, which ones don't hit, and then single jab, double dip AOP, jab, side step right, double dip AOP, you know, and stuff like that. So I tested every single one of my moves that actually hit her, and it's just like I don't have anything.
Don't have
Down
it.
forward one gets Down forward one gets crushed or stepped by the AOP's auto side step right. Down forward two, it was the go-to answer before. It was a down forward two stopped her out of AOP, double dip AOP, and also the freaking back turn Cali roll. It also hit that too. But now Cali roll goes under it. And then I was thinking that I need to play this matchup more like Tekken 5. What did Steve really have to hit AOP in Tekken 5? Like his down forward 2 was just a generic down forward 2 uppercut thing. He really only had Sonic Fan piece. So I was like, maybe I just need to play this like Tekken 5 Steve. But Cali roll still goes under Sonic Fang as well. Like,
What? Oh my god. I
yeah.
hate that he goes so low though.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, that's ridiculous.
Shit. Oh
Sonic Fang hits
man.
side roll. And then I was like, the only consistent answers are duck one, which is hella slow. Down two, or I think like down one is consistent, but it's AOP hop kick. What the fuck, Why does she have like fuck? Dude, you could go for 4-4-4, but like that shit's not cool either. Like if you whiff or if you go too far, you go behind her, she gets back turn 4. It's not fun. You could go for up 4-2, which is consistent on AOP, and flicker 2, and while standing 1. Those are like your best options, but
It's
hard
rough.
to go for
It
that.
sounds like a rough life. Like just all the options are just no, like no, crossing off the checklist. No. And not even how does forward 4-2?
4-4-2 is good. It just sucks when you go to
Uh.
they're I stepped in, you went past them and shit, and
Oh.
they get a back turn 4.
Yeah, 'cause it's pretty linear, right? Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah,
Unfortunate. We don't have a. We used to have a Ling player in the East Coast, but not anymore. So we don't get a lot of matchup experience with Ling players. What about you said Jack as well? I mean, everybody doesn't like fighting Jack. I don't know anyone that likes fighting
I think
Jack.
Steve maybe a little bit more because Jack could just fight him in full crouch all day. Jack just plays him in full crouch, just full crouch down back one against all that back one bull crap. As soon as he blocks a back one, it's his turn because he just do the full crouch the down back one. So it's like you gotta kind of like play around that, and it's like you got to build a lot of low parries into your game. You definitely have to be working around that move when you're fighting Jack. So I feel like that's the hard part. You'll see that a lot. I think Jack is just pretty good against Steve overall. Full crouch down back one. Down 4, also safe, high crushing, low as well.
Oh, he has that. That's very consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, and like down forward 2, like 1-1-2 doesn't. Sonic Fang is the most consistent Punisher, but it does less than 1-1-2, and it's. I mean, he could do some unique stuff. Jack though, he could do like left weave against Jackhammer, and then go
nice.
left weave into Duck 2. Yeah, but that's a damn hard commitment. Like
you gotta get that heavy read.
Yeah, because you can't block during the transition from weave to duck, and that whole sequence.
Dang.
So a lot of reads against Jack. A lot of.
How does the keep out game with Jack affect Steve?
You can't use I think that those are the hardest matchups for me, is because I already tell myself like I could hardly do back one in this match.
Oh,
Like I know I can. Yeah, because all their shit is like already built in to beat back one. You know what the way and the move choices and the spacing and it's just like stuff like that. So it's just like you gotta really pick your spots with back one against like those certain characters. I think.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So, favorable matchup.
Like
you both seem to agree with Brian for sure. Is it just Brian? Was someone else that you could? Well, I guess just Brian, right? Everyone else is kind of just evenish, mostly just Tekken.
I think Brian is even now too, because they gave him that new attack, Northern Lights or whatever. Cross the full crouch down forward 4.
Oh, the full crouch homing kick, right?
That does make it easier against Steve, I would say. Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
That helps.
Why
I
would
think
that
that's
makes
the
it
equalizer.
why would that make it easier? Yes, Steve.
Because it's yeah,
You
go,
go ahead.
yeah, you can go for it.
All
It's
right,
like a true
yeah,
high crush, yeah. True high crush.
it's a high crush that counter hit launches. So if you know you're going for anything like that, if he does like down back 3 or something like that, and he's just full crouch, and you're retaliating with something probably counter hit you. It makes it a little easier in that matchup, but I would say it's probably still in Steve's favor. I would say.
Yeah, I think a little bit. Yeah, I think they both similar game, and then they're Steve's just a little bit faster to the punch on his counter hits versus Brian. They're both just fishing for counter hits against each other.
That's a
Different set of tools, a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty much the same game plan, I think.
But Steve
And he
is
has
faster. That's mostly what it is. Yeah, Brian has more range as a result. Yeah. And then unfavorable, Law Feng and Jack Ling.
I think Feng is the one.
You think Feng is the worst, right? Well,
The worst?
We have a lot of. Well, you have a Feng too, but we have a lot of Fangs here. You got Mateo,
Too many.
Nashi, and what's his name again? Offenbad. Time Man too, but I think he's retiring. But you got Locke over there, so you obviously are experiencing this matchup. In Tekken 7, honestly.
Yeah, Locke, and then the old school ones that we used to. What's his name? Lancaster Ricky? That was the star thing.
I've heard of him, never seen him play though.
Dude, that guy was the lamest motherfucking Fang player ever. He would start the round, down 4, and he'll run the clock. Like,
those strats, yeah, those strats.
Dude, no, he was solid though. That was his strat. He was just really good with it. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a command.
But I think, yeah, I don't know. I think Steve might struggle with Fang a little bit. Fang does work all right against him. I find myself I have to use down 4-2 more, but it's scary because he does back 1, and then it's just like back 4 is a good check against a lot of Steve shit. A 4-2 gets him out of a lot of stuff. So it's just like a weird like rock paper scissors against that matchup.
Interesting, right? Because you're both choosing options to beat your options because they're both characters that are like that, All right, so that's a pretty fair amount assessment of characters. I do like the fact that he's even with most people. It's just purely Tekken at that point.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking some specific matchup parameters. So one guy asked Steve versus Jin and Steve versus Mishima's. Either one of you could take this.
I think he does fine.
Fine. Okay.
I think they're all even.
I would say Steve has. I'd say that matchup's in Steve's favor versus Mishima. Like, I would say Devil Jin probably fares the best chance, but that's because the character's just so good already. But I would say like Kazuya and Heihachi, they have a pretty difficult time with Steve. I would say.
Why is that?
I guess it would just be because they don't have I guess Kazuya in general doesn't have that many get off me tools, because Steve kind of just bully him. He's kind of got to risk taking damage if he does down 4-2. That's kind of like his answer, I suppose. It used to be like a lot of Kazuya players I would notice would do a full crouch down 4 3+4, but that's punishable now. The roll they would do that a lot against Steve. But he can get boss anyone too against that now. And Hell Sweep not really high crushing. Back one has a really beefy hitbox. That's
the answer. Hell Sweep not high crushing. Back one and 1-2-1. Just fucking get that shit out of here.
Yeah, he kind of bullies Mishima's.
That's pretty good.
Double Jin fares a little better with down back 2, and he has a.
Kazuya could kind of do that with just whack. Like down back 3 is whack. Like it's not gonna get anything started. And then like Heihachi down back 2, you could like sidestep it left super easy, or you could just left weave it super easy, like super late too, or you could just block it and Steve could actually launch that low. So
is it really that bad? I thought it was only negative like 16.
It's no, it's like 18 or something.
Wow, I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah,
jeez.
It's like 18, 19 or something. It's pretty bad. Steve can launch it for sure.
Oh wow, that's pretty nice.
And then Heihachi 442 gets Sonic Fangs pretty easily, and yeah, it's just especially against Heihachi, I think Steve rapes Heihachi. So
okay, that's pretty good. That he's pretty decent against Mishimas. That's nice. Maybe I should pick up Steve because I hate fighting Mishimas. Versus Josie, how do you guys feel about Josie?
I think that's in Steve's favor. I would say she doesn't really have much when it comes to like flicker shit. Like I was playing against Realist a lot, combo breaker, and he was switching to Fang. To me it looked like Josie was not having too much like an easy time. I forgot what move he's using. I think it was like back 2 was the high crushing move that he used a lot.
Down back 2.
Yeah, that move. Yeah, that's another case of Steve being able to really bully a character. There's not much she can really do about it besides the low that goes into stance. I can't remember what it is. Down 4-3, I think, into her stance. So I would say, I think that matchup is in Steve's favor. Josie's. I don't know what Mikey's thoughts on it are.
I don't know. I think that match I thought it was more in Josie's favor at first, but that's just because when I went to Japan last summer, the 2 characters that gave me the most trouble were Kazumi and Josie. But I think it's just probably because it was a newer character that I wasn't too familiar with. But I still think Kazumi is pretty good against Steve too. But I think that's more like that. Those 2 matchups have gotten more equal over time, I think.
As you've figured out the character and the player tendencies with that matchup. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they're that. I think they're even with those 2 now. I used to think it was like 6-4 or something, but
it's interesting how matchup opinions develop over time, because you just learn more about the character specific like scenarios where this will happen. It's like how does their character respond to that, etc. Like I used to think that Leo was good against bears, and now I think it's the opposite.
The specific one, bears.
Yeah, it's bear. Well, I mean, if I run to a bear player, I might think like maybe I should pick Law. So Anyway, so that's a pretty good assessment. Does anyone else have any?
What about you, Dean? What do you think about you play?
Say that again.
Leo? What do you think about the Leo matchup? I mean, you have experience against. We
Leo
played quite a
bit.
bit.
Yeah, we played. We played a couple times. It's even. It's just the hard part is when Steve is in your face bullying you, because Leo's another character that doesn't really have a lot of get off me tools. Her best one is probably 4-2+3, the auto sidestep move, which is pretty good. But then Steve, a lot of his moves track pretty well, so it's not the best. But
it's a magic 4 though.
It is a magic 4. She does have a magic 4. It's true, but her magic 4 is like it's a weak hitbox. It's like it doesn't have as much range as the other ones, and it's also
high crushing, low dab.
That's true. But the thing is, it's slow. Like a lot of her moves are slow. So if I'm gonna press something against Steve while he's pressuring me, I gotta like give myself some space, because most of the time I'll like backdash twice, and Leo's backdash is not the best, and I'm like, okay, I'm safe. I'm gonna back one him, and then I'll still get counter hit out of it because it's slow. So I gotta really pick and choose my battles against Steve. But the good thing about the matchup for Leo against Steve is why I think it's even, is that a lot of times I do this. I used to do this to Shea a lot. I think he got smarter about it, but I would dash up in his face, baiting a back 1, and I just go to box stance right away, and then bot 2.
Yeah. Bot 2, read the back 1. Yeah, that's the thing against. Like I said earlier, like I look for tendencies, but I think people fight against Steve, they should look for back 1 tendencies from Steve. Like, do they do it after I do this on block? It's like stuff like that. If I do a 2 a lot, are they going to back 1 me eventually? Maybe I should just sidestep left to bait out the back 1 and launch that. I like the one player that I really played think about that in a long time was Dogura, actually. When he played I played them at SCR 2016, And then I just remember he had setups for that. Single backdash electric after back one, after he does a certain attack block. So it was just like wave dash while standing 4, single backdash electric. He doesn't even look for an actual thing coming out. He's just like built in, looking, it was like built into bait back one setup. So I think there's definitely stuff like that against Steve. Like you could do a certain attack one, but that's where it comes into play with back down 2, so that's just the pride and true.
It is.
And I would say about that Leo matchup, Steve has one of the best back 1-4. Like he just flicker stances at it. Like I think that's what.
For back 1-4, yeah, I don't use that against you.
You don't have to like.
Yeah, ever since you did it the first time, I don't do it much anymore.
Yeah, there's not much he has to commit. He just flickers out, and
Like, that's it, and then it's just easy.
Down back 2 out of it or something like that. He's got to risk doing that low. But with Steve, you're not risking much if you just flicker away. There's not much to it.
Yeah, the flicker out of the back 1-4 pretty easy. It's pretty good too. I tested it with like cancels with the forward, instant flicker and tap forward real quick. You could even do like tap forward into forward 1+2, and I think you could even do like tap forward into back 2. Yeah. So there's some.
You guys don't have it easy as Eddie though. That dude just holds back. That's the worst. He just holds back.
Yeah. Certain times when you caught him on the left step on his dance, he just walks around.
He just walks right, and he has enough time to launch it fully with a 4-, or was it 3-4, 4-? I always forget. He can launch it regardless.
Can Law just still stand there too against?
No, I think they fixed that. He can backswing blow, back 3+4 though. But that's risking it because of launch, obviously.
Yeah.
I killed Real Law a lot with that when I would just spam back 1, he'd get antsy and use the back 3+4, and I'd launch him for it.
Yeah, that's.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah. The one thing, another good thing is down 4 2+3. He can't launch it. It's -15. Yeah.
That's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Move is pretty dumb.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll just dash up the Shea and just do it.
Dude, the down back 4 high crushing 2.
Oh yeah.
Like I should be able to back one the shit out of you for going for down back 4.
Nah, I feel bad because now when I think in my head, now I want to evade a high, I am using down back 4, and it's not like the best option because it's a little bit slow startup, but when it does work, it's like, yeah, it feels good, especially when it counter hits. Oh man, that's great. And the other thing is when my back's against the wall with Steve, it's really easy to parry him into the wall because all he's doing is punching.
Oh yeah, the boom and then just.
Yeah, and then I do orbital heel loop or like mini combo. But either way, the only thing he's gonna throw at me is punches. So whatever I parry
what
him.
What do you do about that scenario?
I told you just hold back. Just hold back.
Yeah.
Just gotta hold back.
But do you get a back turn or do you get a full?
You get up forward. You can tech roll once I finish it, basically. Or you could go for the risky thing where it's like I orbital hit you twice, you hold down back, and then you'll get up backwards full crouch. But you will prevent more guaranteed damage, but you still get a mix up. When I played low high at Combo Breaker and I did it to him, he chose to do the backwards crouching mix get up. So I was like, interesting. But I think I still hit him afterwards so I guess he took the risk. I don't know. But he thinks it's the best way to get out, so I don't know. Any other questions for the matchups? Let me see. Kazumi, someone asked about Kazumi, but we had covered that already. MYK is low-key disgusted. Thanks, Kate. Appreciate that, Kate.
Even. I think it's even.
Yes, I agree. I feel like there's not a lot of matchups that she really owns. It's just that she's such a good character. It's just...
Yeah, that's just her to everybody.
Yeah, she's just solid fucking Tekken, It's like, here's my mid poke, it's pretty good. Here's my low poke, it's pretty good. Here's my whiff punisher.
Here's my magic four.
Here's my magic four, it's pretty good. Here's my whiff punisher. It's not a launch, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, she has everything. She has everything she needs.
Here's my block punishment. It's pretty good. Like, everything's good with her.
Dude, 10 frame knockdown, 12 frame wall splat, 13 frame wall splat. What is it? Like 15 frame launchers and then wall standing 13, 11 wall standing that wall splats as well.
Like, dumb stuff.
Fastest power crush in the game at 6 frames, other than 8 frames, like everybody. It's like she has some stuff that's just good,
Hold on a second, but postpone.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think real quick on Kazumi, I think the two moves that I had the most trouble with is just her 1+2, like to cut off all the flicker stuff after back one. Like her 1+2 just beats out flicker one or while standing one. So it's just like, yeah, 1+2 is pretty good to check, Steve, I think.
mm-hmm.
Not too bad. And up forward two also gets there out of all Steve stuff with the built in sidestep.
Well, she has a magic four too. I think magic four is
Oh, you
automatically
said that for Leo too.
make
So,
it.
so our Magic 4 is good against Steve in general.
I would say so. Yeah, that's pretty helpful in the matchup against. You have a character
Mm.
things.
Dude, I don't know why people are so scared of back one.
Cause
Magic
it's
four the
so,
hell.
cause it hurts.
It's just the animation is just very demoralizing. Magic Four is good. Like start of the round situation, like that's another thing too against certain Magic Four happy opponents. It's just like, will they start of the round Magic Four while I start of the round back one? I'm gonna lose, because I'm 13, they're 11 or 12. So yeah, also King too has a 12 frame back one. That's just hella good.
Yeah, those also are pretty good. But what makes Steve's? Here's a question for that actually. Miguel has a back one, King has a back one. A lot of people have Magic 4s. What makes Steve's back one stand out compared to all the other people's? Because it defines him, it defines him.
The range is good, and I feel like it just has like crazy like active frames or something, where it's just like
Yeah,
stays out there for a while, and that's why it's a like King's back one and active frames are 2 frames or some shit, right? It's like very small, but Steve's lingers out there for a while, and he also has the flicker safety after it.
Right.
Even though it's not as good as Tekken 6 safety, but it's still there. It's still there. So
yeah, I would say so. The same thing. The hitbox on it is pretty good. Like he'll counter hit like certain high crush moves. Like if you're playing a Steve back two, your natural instinct is to back two a lot because you want to go for those high crushes, but back one is going to beat out your back two, and back two is supposed to be your go-to high crush.
dude,
So
did you
moves like that.
know? Did you know that freaking back one has such a? Oh yeah, that's too. It has a really beefy hitbox. Like even though it's a high, like against high crush attacks, it has like really beefy hitbox. Like in a Steve mirror match, at the first like opening frames of him doing down two, you get against Steve down two. It's just like I hate when that happens. I'm just like, but I did a high crush attack. No, you didn't. And I think that happens against. That used to happen against Brian as well. Down back three. Like it didn't high crush right away. Like there was a couple frames where you could still get back one down, even though you're going for a high crush attack. So it's like that's the beauty of back one. And it's like a counter hitting electric, basically. It's like an electric hitbox almost. Even though it doesn't hit as low in combos or anything against high crush attacks, it stays out.
Yeah, and I would say like it has more utility than those faster because it's like an offense starter and it time. You can do a lot from it. Like you go a flicker stance, or you can duck and do something, or you can weave into it. It just has more utility than Magic Fours or even King's back one. So that's why that's the difference between back one and those moves, which is why it's a little scarier.
Just a much more consistent hitbox, and it's gonna find its way hitting a lot more often in neutral, I guess. Yeah.
That and the use of what you could do with the move. Yeah.
Right. Because
Afterwards.
goes into flicker, right? It starts your mix up game offense, whatever. So, okay. So I don't think anyone else has any more matchup specific questions. That was a pretty good discussion on that. What about? I guess I could do this now. It's probably a good time for it. So normally I would ask both of you before the show to construct a top 10 move list. I know Shea did, but I think he did that as his own prerogative. But this time I want to actually try something a little bit different, more experimental. I want you two to discuss together a compiled conjunction.
Damn, group project?
Yeah, group project. Yeah, I'm fucking picking your partners too. None of that pick
I
partners.
hated those, and damn it, I hated those.
I'm actually like I work in education, so like this is actually professional shit.
But that kid's sick half the damn time. Why the hell do I?
Yeah, so yeah, work together and construct the top 10 move list. I mean, I'm already gonna start for 2 of move street. It's easy. Down 1 is back 1, obviously. It's pretty obvious you're gonna include back 1 on that, right? And then the other one is probably down 4 2, right?
You
Yeah.
guys are.
Yeah. Okay.
You
So
guys are
I already know.
Steve
Expert.
stereotyping mother effers, man.
Hey, am
Think all
I?
Steve players only do one and down forward two.
Do
it's
they?
true.
It's true.
But
It's true, but it's true, but
it's the timing.
Stereotypes.
Man. It's the timing.
Stereotypes came from somewhere, somebody. But besides that, what else do you guys think are top 10 worthy moves? You can,
I think tournament right off the bat, as soon as you brought top 3 moves is back 1, down forward 2, and down 2-1. I think those 3 moves is what you use in tournament all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah, down 2-1. I don't know if I would go in any specific order, but yeah, down 2-1 is definitely up there. I would say quarter circle forward 1 is
right. Rocket launcher, right?
Has to be.
Mm-hmm.
I would say back 2 is probably another move. Probably, it's a decent whiff punisher if you're trying to launch someone, so I would say back 2, or even high crush, it has utility, so I would say back 2 is probably up there. I think I actually want to throw in Flicker 2.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
It's been pretty buff.
He was telling me about this while you were trying to set your internet up.
It's 0 on block now, and they're
leaves you full crouch. And the weird thing about it is a lot of people, that change can happen. I'll hit a lot of people with like Flicker 2, 1-2, Flicker 2, back 1. Like I'll do Flicker 2 and then 1-2-1, and then they're like, oh, okay, I guess and then they eat the back 1 afterwards. So I would say Flicker 2. Why don't you name a few, Mikey, since I just named 2?
I think then one of the new juice for Steve in this game, while standing 1, and more specifically, Flicker instant while standing 1. I think that's like the new juice with that character. But utility-wise, I think it's only realistically used in the blue duck 1 combo and like maybe certain matchups like Eddie or something. And I think it will be good in the Ling matchup, but it's just like so many inputs. It's like back 3+4, down back, neutral while standing 1.
Doing an electric just to do a poke.
yeah, basically. But I think it's a really good attack. It has a really low hitbox, really fast. And then some guy on Twitter just posted recently that at the fastest you can actually punish hotkicks with it, so it's 13 frames from standing. Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
But yeah, I think that a lot of those that he mentioned, quarter circle forward 1, obviously, Flicker 2 is great, and the hitbox on it is actually really good. I think another one might be 1-2-1. We always use it. 1-2-1's in there.
Right,
even though it's like, people, you got to catch yourself sometimes. It's kind of a double-edged sword because like you get too antsy with it, and then they get that counter hit down back 4 with Lars, or down 4 with the Eliza or some crap. It's just stuff like that. But I don't know. What else does he have? Albatross 2 maybe? No, I don't think so.
Shea was thinking the same too. He was thinking the same. He was thinking Albatross 2.
Maybe down back 3-2 should be in there.
I would say down back 3-2. Like that's your go-to. Like that's I'm gonna duck move. That's the only reason you would ever want to duck against that character is down back 3-2.
That's
Peekaboo down 1 might be in the discussion as well. It's probably his best low. You can do a lot of things off of it. Like I mentioned earlier, you could do another one for the Peekaboo grab, or you can just cancel out of it and do while standing 1. So I would say Peekaboo down 1 is up there. There's a few honorable mentions. I don't know. I feel like Peekaboo 2 is a really good move.
It's good, yeah.
It's only -3 on block, Savaki parry, counter hit launcher. But I don't know. I guess the times that it comes up in a game are probably not as much as you think it would for as good a move as it is. So that's kind of part of the place. I would say Flicker 1 down 1 is another. Just doing it instantly, it's like a pseudo home movie. It's gonna
it goes
180 degrees behind him. Oh my god, one of those.
Yeah, it's neutral on block. You can delay it. You can hit.
Why is this fucker so safe?
Yeah, so I would I want to say Flicker 1 down 1, but I would just say Flicker jabs and Flicker 1 forward 1 or Flicker 1-1 into Albatross or Flicker 1 into So
Yeah, Flicker definitely gets a lot of things going. I definitely miss the old Flicker though, the unreversible Flicker one. That
oh
was the
yeah,
shit.
wasn't wrong for that one.
Yeah, the unreversible. Now it's reversible. It's all right.
Sonic Fang is probably another really good,
Mm-hmm.
sure, but then again, the
Ooh, I gotta
damage
put
is not that great on
too.
Oh, you
Was
like
it?
442?
I don't know. Actually, I might replace 442. I think in this game, running two is really yeah, running two over
Mm-hmm.
442 also.
That too, yeah. Running two is really good.
Right.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
I think
definitely top 10. We have like 15 moves in top 10, right?
Yeah, you
I
were.
mean,
How many do we have?
You're on. You're
we
on.
could
Well,
whittle it down.
you can keep going. You're on 12 moves right now, but you can keep going. I'm writing them down.
Yeah, we could like whittle it down afterwards. Have enough. I think the thing about 442 now, like the Oki's not as great for it anymore as it used to be.
Yeah,
Like the down back two isn't guaranteed anymore.
it's not.
Um,
Yeah,
you
people
can't.
still get hit by it.
Yeah. People used to do like dash up, down jab into wall standing 1-2. That'd be a thing. That's not something that exists anymore. Um, you can 4-4-2 again on certain characters. It's
Hmm.
guaranteed.
It's like
So what?
almost like Tekken 6 hit
Yeah,
6 BR hitbox.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
yeah. So that's kind of like the reason I would -13. If they block it at a range, some characters will kill you for it.
Yeah,
And the Oki's
Josie
not as
and
good for it anymore.
the Oki is what kills me on that movie more because the Oki before my setup was, obviously I stole it from Nin, but like you could take it so much farther now. It was just like dash up, down forward one. If they quick rise or back roll, it would float them and you get a combo. And then it was like down forward. This was the sequence. You had 3 chances to pick up. You do down forward one, down jab, while standing one. If they flinch in between any of that, you get a floater combo. And yeah, they totally got rid of that.
Right, because the
Yeah,
Oki got butchered in this game. A lot of characters lost their Oki games,
yeah.
like Fang too,
Only
especially.
Yeah, like that's kind of what sucks about this game. Like Oki, like some characters have great Oki for some reason, Lake Xiaoyu, and like some
Lame.
characters don't have anything for Oki, and some of them like, dude, people are dropping their characters because they don't have Oki. Like Just Rain James doesn't even play Law anymore because like that was half his game.
He was it really half his game? I mean, I agree that his Oki is severely nerfed in this game, but I feel like his Oki wasn't that great to begin with, though. But then again, that's two differences of opinion with Law.
Dude, James made it work in
He
the
made
old
it work.
games where he could get. Dude, his Oki was ridiculous in that game. Like, oh.
I can believe it. James is a lab monster, and he finds out all the weirdest shit. So I can believe it. I can believe that guy can make, I don't know, the most useless moves look useful.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's one of those.
Any other mentions? No extended Duck Forward 2?
Nah.
Nah. Too risky. Too many people ducking it.
No, it's just like I feel like I'm playing with fire. That move. It's just like, when do I do the mid? When do I do the high? Yeah, it's just so risky.
Oh, you feel like you're mixing yourself up with it, right?
Yeah, half the time. Yeah, I never get the mid, but and sometimes when you get the high on certain characters, like on tech roll situations, like they're out of range, they block the first one, the second one whiffs. It's just like
that's rough. Yeah, that's rough. I didn't see a lot of low pokes. Only down back 3-2. No peekaboo down 1, peekaboo down 2.
No, we threw that in there. Peekaboo down 1.
Okay. No down back 2, right? No down back 2. Yeah, I don't think so. No down back 2. Yeah, down 2-1. I forgot that's one of the first ones you mentioned. Is that probably his best low? You think?
Yeah, I mean, I think about it like high, mid, low. Those are like the 3 high, mid.
Right.
Back 1, down 4, 2, down 2.
Right. That's your Steve.
The down 2-1 such a. Yeah, down 2-1's so good. Like especially like after a wall combo tech roll situation where they can't low parry right after they tech. Down 2. Sometimes they whiffs and the mid catches them. Sometimes the low hits, then they have to block the mid right away. Or it's a good string, a good round ending string.
It's also one of those things where like you can that's where you can test the opponent's like Steve knowledge, see what they do afterwards. Some people get hit with because they think the 2 is coming, the last down 2-1-2. So like you kind of like do down 2-1 duck forward 2 or something like that, and they'll get counter hit that. or you could do like. Some people think the answer is just duck jab, and you can just low parry that.
Yeah,
You kind of see
yeah.
what their mindset is against that character matchup. Um, and the nodule players do the sidestep right duck thing against that move. It kind of avoids most stuff. So that's another move where you can test their knowledge on the character. Down 2-1. It's a good starter and a good ender, basically.
Solid. It reminds me a lot of the application of Noctis's sidestep 2, because it's 0 on block. And it's a lot of seeing, like, are they going to match jab? And if they do, am I going to sidestep? And then if I sidestep, are they going to try home move next time? Maybe this time I'll just block or try to counter hit them. So a lot of data gathering with that kind of move.
One thing I forgot to mention from the earlier section. I think Yoshi is a matchup against Steve. Like
Somebody was asking about Yoshi in the chat, I think. But I think he was
I
asking
think
what the
Yoshi
Yoshi episode was. Yoshi's
I
a
think
Flash.
Yoshi does. Yeah, Flash. It does good against Steve. Like, because now that they gave him down 4-2, the only way to get a follow up is to do the duck. Otherwise, it's -12. Yeah, it's ridiculous. -12 unless you do the duck cancel. But if you do the duck cancel, he gets a free flash on block.
What?
Free flash on block from like
that takes a
you
lot
can't
of
duck cancel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets rid of down 4-2. It gets rid of down 2-1 duck cancel. Like you could kind of mess around with them a little bit, like Shea was saying. Like you could do down 2-1. Down 2-1's -11 if you stop it there without the duck cancel. But if you do the duck cancel, he could flash you cancel. Flash hurts. Flash fucking hurts.
It does. Did you see how many times Caden Trench was using it as damage Germany? He was using that shit like crazy. Dude, why not? If somebody's in your face, there's a pretty good chance it's gonna hit. So why not?
Like James started using that one, like in the middle of tag 2. Whenever I use down 2-1 duck cancel, or he punished with 1-1 again down 2-1, or I could go for the risky option down 2-1-2 and just finish it out, but super risky on that too. It's just a stupid rock paper scissors that I did not play.
All right, so 13 moves so far. Anything else you guys could think of? Honorable mentions? Anything like that?
Peekaboo down 4-2, I think, is a move with a lot of utility as well.
Peekaboo.
Elbow.
The elbow, right.
Yeah, elbow, you can't parry it. Only minus. There's only jab punishable. There's not much you can do. And some people missed it, so like you could just like cancel it with
1-2. Oh yeah,
that happens. So that's another move that's really good, but again, the opportunity to use it probably doesn't come up for such a good move.
Dude, I think that move. I think all of his would be a lot better if they just let you run in with forward, and hit forward 3+4 from holding forward from that position. Because if you're doing running animation with Steve and you just keep holding forward and hit 3+4, he does albatross after that instead of
Right.
So it's like it would free up a lot more options for Steve to freely use peekaboo. You have to like run up, hold back first, and then go back to forward peekaboo.
Yeah,
and then it's just like
so you want to be able to run up peekaboo instantly.
And especially when you're playing like the dancing, right? You're for a whiff punisher at the range 2 or 3, and it's like you're looking for a Sonic Fang, but you're like, fuck, I need to make a comeback. I need to land something big. You have to do like back forward 3+4 up 2 for like the Shoryuken. That's like back forward after all the movement input notations and stuff. Just a lot of work.
A lot of work. Oh. Yeah, I see you would probably use a lot more of that peekaboo stuff if you could just get into it easier, I guess.
Instead of if you're just holding forward at 3+4, they should just give you peekaboo instead of albatross while you're running or something. Like that's like the biggest gripe I have. But this I thought that was an issue that they were gonna fix since like 6, honestly. Since like when Tag 2 came out, I was like, did they fix this? Nope. Tekken 7 came out, I was like, are they gonna fix it? Nope.
No. Well, yeah, Tekken 8, who knows? Or I don't know, what is it, TXSF probably? I don't know. Harada said they finished some of the models, so it's coming, but I don't know, I'll probably be an old man by then. It better be. I don't know, man. I think I can only handle so many meter characters in my Tekken. Who knows?
Man? We might have a season 2, and then add more 2D characters, and just say, "This is Tekken Cross Street Fighter." Oh man,
it's the Smash 4 of Tekken. It's Mugen all over again. Shit.
Oh shit, that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
Solid
that
Snake out of nowhere.
Solid Snake. Dun, dun, ba, ba, da, da. Then you put in, I don't even know who you would put in. Just put in Balrog from Street Fighter. I don't know.
Damn.
Two,
Dudley
two,
versus Steve. I'm
Dudley
down.
versus Steve. Oh man, he was not in SFXT, right? No, right? They didn't keep a lot of clones, right? Not a lot of same fighting style characters, I think.
Was Dudley
I
in
think
there? I
Dudley
don't
was a
think so.
DLC character, right? His partner was Elena, was
Was he?
Was he?
I'm pretty sure Dudley was a DLC character.
Whoa! Then who did nobody play Dudley Steve? That would have been the sickest team.
I gotta look that up. That sounds dope.
That sounds
Dudley
fucking.
wasn't. Was Dudley in that game? Damn.
I'm pretty sure he was. I thought he was Elena's partner in that game.
No, weren't there? I thought their partners were Tekken equivalents, right? Because they always had like a Street Fighter guy and a Tekken guy, or was that
No, not
No, the Tekken character is always paired up with
other Tekken character?
team.
Yeah, because it was Law and Paul, and like it was
Ah.
Asuka and Lily, and it was Jin and Xiao Yu.
Really?
Tent to Cruelty in the chat says that Dudley was in there.
What? I gotta look up that shit. That shit sounds good.
Nah,
Damn,
it was
sounds
Lay
like-
Lay and Christie cracked. It was Lay and Christie. I remember it was the weirdest combo.
Wow.
Lay and Christie. It was Nina and Steve, I think.
I thought Stephen Huang were partner.
Oh, it might have been that too. It might have been that too, actually. It was Lay and Nina, and Lay and Christie, because Christie and Lay came in the same DLC pack. I was waiting for Lay. That I played Lay and Law in SFXT before I played him in Tag 2.
Yeah, I played Lars, and at the end of season 2, I played Lars and Law. Lars Law.
Art Law was good in
Oh.
or at least in the revamp, like the second season.
Yeah,
or whatever.
season 2, he was solid.
He became super good.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I was gonna say another move that I would throw in, but I don't know because it's rage dependent. Right? His rage art, 13 frame rage art.
Oh,
So,
yes.
Yeah, why not? I mean, why not?
privilege.
It's mad situation dependent, but when you get rage, you have access to a 13 frame kill move, so why not?
Yeah, I think bottom 10 moves, probably top 10 moves. I might put Rage Art in there. Rage Art is sick.
Rage
Like,
art.
there's certain situations where you can't even get a Punisher with Steve, and you could actually punish it with Rage Art. Like, down forward 2-3 against Brian at like a mid to far distance. Steve can't do nothing about it, but with Rage Art, he can. Rage Art, you could also punish like minus 13 low attacks that leave him standing, or like, yeah, anything that leaves you in crouch or something that they're in crouch. Well, yeah, all that crazy shit. Like Brian Hatchet Kick, you could super that. Steve Mirror Match, you could super the 4-4-2 on block. Claudio's, you could punish that. With the super. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
any hop kick really. Yeah.
yeah, and like Leo, you could with super, you could do like dope stuff with the super. Actually,
Say that
It's
one
really,
say that one for Leo again. You cut out.
Bach 1-2.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go.
it's negative 14. Yeah, you should be Sonic Fanging that, Shea.
Sorry, I just use my super for wall push. I don't know. That's
I'm just saying, no one punishes it because no one thinks it's punishable. At least the people I play, I don't know, because no one really uses Bach 1 2. Bach 1 by itself is great, but that's for the Leo podcast. That was +9 on hit, -4 on block, long ass range mid poke. Please, yes, give that to me. It's mad good. Why is it +9? I don't know. It doesn't even look like it's +9. Looks like it's +2.
It's all right. It's okay.
Somebody tells me that Steve can punish Brian down for 2+3 with instant PAB. Is that peekaboo? 1-2?
Oh yeah, Peekaboo 1-2. Yeah, that's another thing too, that we were talking about.
I would say the answer to like Brian's down 4-2-3 is if you knew 4-2, then you could down 4-1 to it. So
Did you
could
say
do that
did you
too.
say sidestep left block? Because you cut out a little bit.
Oh, I said for Brian's down 4-2-3, you can to it. That works as well.
I think he said neutral guarded.
You say neutral guard?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you neutral guard the second hit down 4-2-3,
Blink twice
down
if you
4-1.
said neutral guard. All right. Okay. So, we got a lot of moves here. So, let me read this off. We got back 1, of course, down 4-2, down 2-1. That's the Steve starter kit. All right. People in the chat, if you want to play Steve, back 1, down 4-2, down 2-1. That's you want to revolve your game plan around these moves.
That's your Charmander, Squirtle, and freaking what's his face?
Bulbasaur. Yeah, Bulbasaur, the number 1.
There you go.
And then Rocket Launcher, of course, circle forward 1. Really good Whiff Punisher is, what is it, only 0, -1 on block? Right? Something like that? Is it?
Rocket
It's like,
launcher? It's -3.
I think it's like
Or less.
-4.
-4?
-4.
Okay.
Yeah, like cancel into flicker or some shit.
And then
3
it's
or
the
4,
wall
something
splat.
like
It's really fast. 16? It feels really fast. Something like
that. I think
that.
it's like, I think you
The
can get it
fastest
out.
you can get is
16 makes sense.
Yeah.
Back to the launcher, a little bit of a high crush. Flicker 2, that got buffed in this game. The mid from Flicker, that's 0 on block, and a lot of back 1 setups from there. What does it do on hit? Just damage, right? Full crouch and damage?
Yeah.
Just damage.
Yeah, full guaranteed down back 2, or you like against certain like mids to semi mids. I mean mids to bigger mids. You could do like sidestep right to like frame kill, and then do 4-4-2, hit them grounded. Yeah.
Okay. Flicker to instant wall standing 1. Why specifically Flicker to instant walls? Not just why not just instant wall standing 1?
I think it's faster.
Oh,
it's the fastest way to do it. Yeah.
Oh, that will explain it.
Because you can only do it from extended duck 1. That's why that comes. And you can't just do while standing 1. You do flicker standing 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the blue duck 1 combo, you have to use the version. You can't do it raw.
1-2-1 is good as well, because actually you didn't explain why 1-2-1 was that good actually.
It's just 10 frame counter hit, NCC, and then you could go into peekaboo or albatross. Peekaboo, flicker after it. You know, continue their offense after that. And you also have like flicker back 2 after it. You know, in case you do get blocked and they try. It'll be even a jab retaliation. The only thing they could do is like duck it.
Yeah, because the last hit's high, right? Yeah.
Or you can do stupid stuff like 1-2-1-2. You just
finish the whole thing and then catches them. Yeah, the mind games, right?
Sometimes it catches them. Last hit.
Right.
Well, that shit always pays off. 1-2-1 down 2, and then that hits sometimes, and then I do down back 3-2, and that hits. I'm dirty like that. I don't know why that always works. Like I don't know, it always works.
I mean, sometimes we get away with Leo 1-2-4, so people get away with dumb shit sometimes. 9, you got a down back 3-2, which is it's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically a hell sweep, basically.
It's his low mix.
Right.
Scary low.
Scary low, right. Peekaboo 2, it's the homing, is it high, right? High? Homing high from Peekaboo. Sabaki.
I would say it's like an honorable mention. I don't know if I'd put that in the top 10.
That is number 10 on the list, by the way.
I would say I'd put maybe Peekaboo down 1, like the safest had, probably better. So I would probably put that above Peekaboo 2 because, like, you're probably not going to find yourself using that move often as Peekaboo down 1, or as often as you may think. That move isn't coming out that much. Peekaboo 2, it's a really good move, but I wouldn't say top 10.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of characters that have moves like that. It's like, wow, this move looks really great on paper, but then you just don't find yourself in a lot of situations where you want to use it. Yeah.
Because a lot of situations you are going to use it. But anyways,
Sonic Fang, pretty self-explanatory with Punisher. Block punishment reaches pretty far.
I think I'm okay with taking that out. I feel like the thing that makes is the damage. The damage is so low on Sonic Fang. It's less than his 1-1-2. But the wall, like when they're like at least one wall character distance away and they get the wall splat, that one's probably the best scenario to use Sonic Fang. But.
And again, Sonic Fang doesn't have as much like use outside of like whiff punishment. You're only really using, so I think that takes it down a notch as well. It's a lack of utility, as it's only uses a and certain instances when you're trying to hit like a low hitting mid in certain instances. So that's why I would say that might not be top 10. Like I would bump it down a notch just because it's really only used as a whiff punish. It's a really good whiff punish, but
and range punisher, but
it's about only a linear use move, not much utility. I mean, it is number 11, so it's good that you listed that late. Wall running 2, as well. It's very good. Pretty self-explanatory.
Only issue with that, you could get float out of it.
Right.
And it's easily steppable both ways. But yeah, if you find yourself blocking 1, he does have a pretty hefty frame advantage afterward. Like you can't even hop kick him for going for a low after blocking 1 and 2. So
a lot more.
You could even do peekaboo down 1, and they can do that. Yeah. After all running.
Speaking of which, that was the next one. Peekaboo down 1. Another self-explanatory one. Pretty solid low poke. And then peekaboo up 4-2, the elbow, which is the reward is far outweighs the risk. It's an unparryable launcher that's only -10.
And it's the mix-up for down back 3-2, and like after a knockdown or tech roll situation, you got him in a mix-up situation. You could go for that or down back 3-2 as your low mix-up.
Right. Then Rage Art, 13 frames. Of course, you talked about that. It just does a lot of things. One thing I didn't notice was mentioned was no up forward 1. Guys don't use that.
It's good. It's good. It's slow though.
It's slow.
It has a lot of range. You could get floated out of it. It has a weird tracking property to it where it just hits sidesteppers for some reason. But other than that, it doesn't do anything on counter hit.
It's a really good round ender.
It's not bad, for a round ender. It does work out every once in a while.
Okay.
High pressure. -6.
Well, anyways, I'm pretty happy that worked out. I wasn't sure how that constructive top 10 was going to work out, but it worked out pretty well. You got we talked about pretty much every move in good detail, besides the top 3, because the top 3 are, everyone kind of knows what they do already.
Yeah, I guess we could just go over quickly about down 4-2. Mention about.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't talk about it too much. I mean, homing mid, safe, counter hit launcher, right? So
it's pretty self-explanatory, like counter hit launching mids.
The thing I find trouble with that move is that like 16 frames. So a lot of times I do want to use it, and that it's exactly 16, and they're playing the numbers game. They would go with like a 15 frame counter launcher, 14 frame counter tool, or like they'll just beat me to the punch in certain scenarios with that attack. And also the hitbox on it is a lot higher than it used to be. And the thing is, the main weakness of it now is that I love that they gave him the duck animation after it, the duck follow-up after down 4-2. That's freaking dope. I always wanted that. But now that they made down 4-2 -12 without the duck cancel, if you whiff down 4-2 in the open, you have to do the duck cancel. And that's a big whiff. Down 4-2 duck in their face. You could get a pretty hefty mid in there. If you're pretty sharp.
It would be better than just down 4-2 and just in the open, just let it rock.
No. You just make sure you don't.
Oh,
you don't whiff with down 4-2.
Just don't whiff it. Don't whiff. Okay, guys, you hear that? Don't whiff that shit. Don't whiff down 4-2.
Yeah, don't whiff or get counter hit if we're going for it. Yeah, like magic 4s or other stuff.
I would say getting a block can be kind of rough sometimes. 7.
And in their face,
Yeah, because you have to go towards them, right? You can't go any other direction. Okay, makes sense.
But again, that's that thing. Some people don't know, like, the frames on it sometimes, so they go for something really slow, and you can do like down 4-2, duck forward 2, and that'll counter hit somebody, or like down 4-2, duck 2, or something stupid.
But that's only going to work on someone who doesn't know that though, right?
Yeah. I tested those too, like down 4-2 high hook. It's 16. It trades. Yeah, it trades at 16 frames. So I was like, damn, that's why I lose to 15 frame launchers. Yeah, they just do it right away after down 4-2. I don't like those odds.
Yeah, those odds don't sound good.
But it definitely works out against people. It's like, that's why you got to test the waters early. You don't want to use that at a crucial moment, and it's like, yep, I totally ate that one.
Numbers game is hard. You got to play those numbers games sometimes. Okay, so that's a pretty solid down. What calls it? It's a top 15 list. It actually became a top 15 list, which is pretty good. That's what
didn't we get it down to like 12 or something? We got rid of like.
You got rid of Sonic Fang, so that makes it top 14. If you want to do that.
Damn, still at 14.
If you want to include one more, please be my guest.
Damn. Yeah, I'm good. I think we're good on it.
Yeah, I think you're pretty solid on that too. I'll post this in the. I'm gonna get rid of Sonic Fang. There we go. Make this.
I mean, I would throw extended duck stuff in there first. Like, that's just me. I
guess just throw the 15 slot for extended duck, the high and the mid.
Yeah, just extended duck mix up. Okay.
Yeah.
In the chat. There we go. Let's put it all in there. Okay, so pretty solid on there. Moving on. Oh, okay, good.
Hey, we didn't say.
What's it?
We didn't have hyper jabs.
Well, you could put Flicker as a stance overall because this is really fucking good stance.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's the highs aren't the highs also 0 on block, right? Some of them.
Just flicker one down one.
Flicker one down one, and then the 2. I mean, it's just a really strong stance. Well, actually, they're probably for different purposes, but was Flicker better than Peekaboo?
Yeah, I would say I find myself going into Flicker more than I'm doing Peekaboo, simply because the nature of back one, you're throwing it out so much. You find
a lot of moves end up in Flicker more, I think, than Peekaboo.
So you end up using it more, right?
Yeah, it's like the only moves that really end up in your regular gameplay that ends up in Peekaboo. Full crouch down forward one, the Peekaboo down one that leaves you back in Peekaboo. It's like the main move that leaves you in Peekaboo or gets your Peekaboo stuff going, or the weave shoulder taps are the main Peekaboo starters, I think.
Right. I don't see Steve players throw that out as much as I thought they would. The weave shit, I guess you use it sometimes, but not all the time.
Weave is good. I think weave is hella good, but it's also hella risky at the same time because it's a commitment to that one side.
Left weave 1/1 is another really good too. Natural combo. Hit confirmable wall splats, really solid move too. We didn't mention.
What's that? Left weave 1/1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
I think that's an honorable mention.
Boom, boom. Yeah, it's a cool looking animation too. He just punches you in the gut and then punches you in the gut again.
Yeah, double gut punch.
Double gut punch. Eesh. Satisfying animation.
That right rib. Oh.
I kind of miss sidestep 1+2 sometimes. I don't know why.
You know what I miss, honestly? I miss up back one. That's the move I miss. Like just to check them, just mid punch, like. Well, yeah, sidestep 1+2. I don't know if I'll miss that one. I
kind of miss it. Like it was just one of those cool moves out. Not that 20 move or anything. It was just a move I miss sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. I like to sidestep 1+2 because it used to be just sidestep 2 in 6, and that shit sucked. So just trying to do like sidestep 2-1 and stuff. I'm like, right.
Okay, so we're on the there's 2 more sections. I guess I'll do this one first. All right, so talked so much about playing as Steve, and that's good. What's the way to beat Steve? Because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering that. Is there we talked about in the beginning how there's not like one weird trick, and Steve players hate that shit. But there's definitely some anti-Steve tips you could give out that could definitely make the matchup a little bit tougher for him.
Yeah, I think we definitely gave out a couple. We sprinkled it on.
Right, all over the place, right? But if I want to summarize it, I guess it would start with just being very patient, obviously, right? You don't want to mash buttons against Steve. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, like, if you understand, like, maybe your frame data, you don't really have to learn his frame data too much, but if you know yours enough, like, I think you could play a safe enough game plan against Steve to not open yourself up to back ones and down forward 2s and all that. And, like, the things that we talked about, down forward 2 on whiff, he's going to do the duck cancel. Get ready for that shit because you could get a big punish on that. You could go for -15 lows, like Shea was talking about with Fang, down back 3. You could abuse it on Steve. You're just going to eat a while standing 1-2 on it anyways. Might as well go for down back 3. That high crush is consistent or something. Like stuff like that. Oh, law, of course. You could go for -15 stuff more freely without worrying about getting launched a lot against Steve. Another good one, I think Miguel's down back 1 is not launch punishable by Steve. Like stuff like that. You could
I think it's 16.
Yeah, in tag 2 it was, and in this game it's not. So I don't think he did to it. Steve can't launch it no more. Yeah, like Leo as yourself, down 4-2 plus 3.
Down 4-2 plus 3.
Yeah, what a cheaters, guys. You guys are a bunch of cheaters. 15 frame.
Hey, man. At least 90% of my move list isn't safe, so. Block punishing Steve, that's like a wet dream or something. Never gonna happen. Unless it's low.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Unless it's low, I guess. Maurice, can we just delete Steve?
And I think also learning his strings. Yeah, just learning his strings can really. There's a lot a string Lancaster combo second, it's high.
Right.
Peekaboo down forward 1-1 series, they're all -10. If you go for the mid follow up, Peekaboo down forward 1-2 second, it's high. There's like a lot of like strings that you should have good defense for. Like there's the Steve Junkyard back 1 down 2, 2-1 flicker trap. There's if you learn like the stuff that Steve players like to do for frame traps and like stuff like that, you could really make Steve work hard for it. Because like if you get a lead on Steve and then he has to make a comeback, what do? His only low that's going to get him back in the game is down back to 3-2. And even if he lands it, he's going to have to land 7 of those to kill you.
Yeah,
right? It's not like Devil Jin where you have to land like 3 or 4. It's like you have to land like 7 or 8 of those, right? So it's like, yeah. And then the Oki definitely effed him over. So it's like he's not going to get crazy damage for you getting up. Like relatively,
right?
Yeah, there's like maybe 1 or 2 things, but it's like the Oki on Steve is not great.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine, at least in this game, as much with the get up system being better, or more safe, I should say. You got anything to add to that, Shea? Anything that Steve struggles with playstyle?
I would say the key to beating Steve, or to making his game, I would say knowing like your options. That's something like if you get hit with Peekaboo down 1, your best option is probably like sidestep right duck, because sidestep right is gonna end up like it's gonna evade most of the things. Like it's gonna make Lancaster whiff, it's gonna make down forward 1s whiff. It's gonna block the Peekaboo down 1, the next one that he throw out. It'll duck under the throw. So I would say knowing defensive options against certain things like Peekaboo can really give Steve a hard time. I would say backdashing away when he goes into flicker, like backdashing out of range of the things that he's most comfortable using, like Peekaboo. I mean, like flicker 1 down 1, getting away if he goes into flicker from back 1. And because then he's got to like do something like, back 1, I'm going to duck into full crouch down forward 1. I'm going to do an extended duck. He's got to start taking more risks to, kind of catch you off guard. And know your high crushes.
True high crushes.
True high crushes.
Yeah, you're like, if you're playing Fang, down back 3, or you want to crouch, was it down forward 2, I believe, and you stop him from just throwing those highs out, and know your options against right weave, left weave, like throwing out Fang back 4 or something, or a move like similar to that is something that can kind of stop all that as well. Really fast move that kind of stops the offense. And I think Steve players tend to get, this is the case with me as well, they get kind of like overzealous in their offense. Like they'll end up counter hitting themselves, they'll
counter themselves.
That's a good one.
So I would say, like, if you're playing Geese, you're going to get a lot of down 4s, they can get caught up in their offense. So I would say that's a problem.
You get a little bit too overzealous and greedy. It happens to me, and that's one of my flaws as a player. I always want to just kill
I think it's a problem with, I think that's more of a problem with Steve. Like that, you're not pressing anything more. I'm just
gonna keep pressing on you if you're not pressing anything, right?
Yeah, like that feeling can kind of
overwhelm you.
Them killed a lot of the time. So I think the best Steve players know how to like put the brakes on that and kind of like
kind of turn it on and off.
Right, turning on. I think it's really important to turn it on and off, because doing it too much, you're not blocking in any of that. So
And realistically, standing there and blocking, like, just wait it out half the time. It's just going to be a high or a mid 90% of the time. And, like, there's only, like, 1 string that has a low in it, 1 back down. Yeah, like, 2 strings, 1, 2, 1 down 2, and, like, 1 back 1 down 2.
The junkyard,
as well.
right, yeah.
Yeah. It's, like, the only, like, everything else is just, like, just buffer low parries. Like, don't try to block low against Steve. Just buffer low parries against Steve, because down 2-1 safe anyways. So the defensive option against his lows is low parry. Yeah, it's just play him like that. Make him
work for it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you don't give him the counter hit, it's very hard, to like for Steve to just be like, I'm gonna dash into your face, get this close to you and go for the down back 3-2 mix up now. Like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. A lot of the times, you're not gonna have the time to get up there and do that. So.
All right, makes a lot of sense. So a lot of patience, definitely, because this mix-up game is not really that great unless you're like range 0, 0, 0, 0.
Tips touching.
Tips, feet touching. Yeah, they're playing little footsies. And knowing when to step, because you don't really want to step him too much, because a lot of his stuff tracks pretty well, right?
No, that's not true. Down forward 2 tracks well, but you should be doing sidestep block. This is like not even like a Steve strat.
It's a Tekken
just
strat.
A general Tekken strat.
Right.
Sidestep block and then whiff confirm. Yeah. So it's like if you do sidestep block, you'll block the down forward 2, and the strat is like have some setups for it. Maybe do like a down forward 1 sidestep left block, right? You do that against Steve, and then he goes for the back 1. You see the back 1 whiff, boom, your Lars arc blast, your fucking Shea down forward 2. Just have your shit ready. You could definitely step back 1 up close. You just have to have setup. You just have to bait him. You have to bait him on the counter.
You have to bait him. You have to bait the counter hitter. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So patience, and then just abusing stuff that he can't really punish. Taking advantage of his poor block punishment in general is obviously very good.
But then at that point, like
well, he cut out.
Where I do this most against Rip is like against his slide mix-ups. When I know he's gonna go for the mid, I like to back 1 that mid. Like it's just like all about timing. It's just like you're just playing this back and forth timing game. It's like, oh, sidestep left block. Oh shit, the back 1 didn't come out. He did a dash back 1. Fuck. Like, what do I do against that? And it's like you just gotta keep it. You gotta keep the back 1s different. You can't just do like block for 3 seconds, back 1 all the time.
That's right.
Like,
Change timing of them.
Spice it up a little bit.
Spice it up a little bit. I like the sound of that. Also, stay away from the walls too, right? I imagine. Stay mid screen.
Yeah.
Stay mid screen. Yeah, stay mid screen.
And look out for the freaking wall push.
Oh yeah.
I would like to put that in the honor. Wall push is great.
Yeah. This guy does that to me a lot.
Wall push and the break is pretty fast on.
It's a really short window, right? It's a really short window.
Shorter than like most throws, so it could definitely keep you on this. And like the shorter, like real close wall push, you always get a 1, right? You always get a 10 frame. But like the farther away you hit from the wall, like you get more frame. So it's like you could even do like a 181, and then they just bounced off the wall or something. You could even get like 3-1-1 to connect there. Like you could do crazy stuff with wall pushing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
So
goddamn, that's the god MYK. Yeah, if you want to call him a god, sure. Thor Odin's son over here. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much all the questions I have for what I've lined up. Does anyone in the chat have any questions? This is your chance now if you want to ask either of them any questions about Steve or Tekken or whatever. I'm going to open up to the Q&A. Usually this is a lot more lively, but if no one asks anything specific, I'm just going to move it on to the Jeopardy. Unless you two have... Yeah, I don't know if you know about this portion of the show. Time for some prizes, boy. Hope you don't...
shit.
Oh, shit. You have none? Okay. This is for Shea? Okay. Well, then type it out, Maurice. Come on.
It's probably gonna be an Oscar question. Why'd you drop Oscar?
It's probably gonna be a fucking why'd you drop Oscar question. Here's a hint. Don't go back to Oscar, okay? Even though Leo is like one of like a really good matchup against Oscar, I still hate fighting against Oscar. So any second, a back 3. Any second, it's coming out. Any second.
You don't. Damn good. Good.
Oh, okay. He asked if you think Steve struggles against Oscar.
No.
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 Yeah, it was fine.
No, fine. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think anything was too crazy about that matchup either.
Yeah, she doesn't have anything that crushes down forward 2. She doesn't have anything that crushes down forward 2. Steve could easily punish back with Sonic, or he could go for 4-4-2. It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Here's some questions. Cracked LCD Screen asks, for MYK, you have any tips for a first-time commentator?
Oh, shoot. Damn.
Now people are like, oh,
Damn,
MYK, the commentator god.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is not even like a commentator tip. This is just like a life tip, I guess. Like, I guess if anybody ever gives you any type of opportunity, just try to make some kind of impression, I guess. But like, I feel like I go too crazy sometimes, but like everybody knows the amount of crazy I go when
Right.
like, shit starts getting crazy. So it's just like, I think they know how to gauge me better. So it's like I have like rip into them telling me like, okay, go this crazy or don't go that crazy. But I guess the best tip is just try to make it entertaining. Make them feel the passion. Make them want to enjoy this thing that you enjoy. It's like,
Definitely agree.
yeah, it's like you don't want to be the golf, fucking commentator. It's like, oh yeah, he's going to putt down to the third lane. He's going for the
Yeah,
birdie.
no.
Yeah,
And you
there you
you could
go.
even like combine those two. It's like, oh shit, the running two. You could like make it hype. You can make it hype. You can make it fun. Just don't be like,
Exactly.
wow, what an excellent read. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do
yeah.
that.
See that? Yeah, but also don't like just find a good medium for it. Just be like know what you're talking about because like if you don't know what you're talking about, like people right away are gonna be like, I think he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like,
Right.
why did they let him on? It's like
That's
that.
a pretty good example because Yipes has commentated Tekken at NLBC before, and that guy doesn't know Tekken at all. But he still made it pretty entertaining because he was just like talking about the
Hmm.
move animations. He was like, what is it? The
Just
Bob?
say what you
Yeah,
know. Like it's
yeah.
not a. It's honestly not a quiz. It's not like a freaking who's gonna get a freaking A+ on this commentary quiz right now. It's just like no, it's not about that. It's just like, dude, make it fun. Call it you see, play by play. Just make it entertaining. And if you know a little bit of snippet here or there, just throw it in there, sprinkle it here and there. But it's like, yeah, it's just that. Just have fun with it. Just like bring the joy and just share the joy. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's a pretty good
Yeah,
way of
that's
saying
what it
bring
is.
the joy. That's a pretty good way of saying it. Woo Killer B 187 asks for any of you. I think you guys get this character question a lot. It's another general Tekken question. What is a character you guys would recommend for new players to Tekken? It's a very very
Uh,
question that comes up a lot. I think.
I would say I think. Well, this is when they tag too. I would say Bob, like from like a fundamental standpoint. It kind of like gave me a bit more solid Bob. Spacing with jabs and things like that, knowing ranges and knowing when to throw certain moves out, and backdash canceling to where you want to be at. I think Kazumi might be the new character.
Yes, that's
Probably,
what I was gonna say. That's the new
probably less.
Bob.
Kazumi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably less than Bob now. I would say Kazumi's a really good character to start out
I've
with.
I've heard
If
that
you
comparison before for like old Bob is new Kazumi. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people always use Jack as
Jack.
well, but I don't think so. Like I don't think like Paul. They say it's like, oh,
Right.
death is in demo, but it's like high level Paul. You need to have those
Don't.
backdashes on lock. You can't get those backsways on accident. That shit will kill you in tournament.
Right.
Jack as well. You need to have those buggers and blue one execution. Blue uppercut execution. You need that here and there. But yeah, I think Kazumi's a good one. Maybe Shaheen's another good one.
Mm.
Just real Tekken motherfucking characters.
No,
Like
no
real
over
Tekken.
complicated, no specialists, just
Yeah, yeah, just
generic
like
characters.
Tekken
Yeah,
characters. Yeah,
yeah.
Tekken characters. I think
Hmm.
those are solid. I think Dragonoff's another good.
Yeah,
Don't get too stuck on
Dragonoff,
doing.
yeah. Dragonoff's pretty good for that too.
Don't get too stuck on doing running twos all day. You're not going to be JDCR tomorrow.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, you just like go at your own pace and thing. Like, if you're having fun, you don't even notice the journey there. You're just like having fun the whole way. It's like, oh shit! All of a sudden, I'm good one day. It's like that's what happened.
I
Yeah.
would say play who you want, and I think also trying to learn Steve. I think players with like really solid fundamentals that know how to use the character. When I was first learning how to play Steve, I'd watch a lot of like Me or Help Me or like even I'd watch Fab as well because they're like really good like solid players that know when to use the good moves, and then you can move on to watching like maybe Nin or Bohi or Fighting Spirit, like people that know how to do the setups and things like that, or people that know like the tricky stuff. I think watching helps the process go
Oh
faster.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely. I talked to Saint recently when we were coming back from NCR, and he told me that Dude, like he trains more just in his head, actual practice mode or against his roommate. He doesn't even play his roommate. Like he trains more in his head, just theory crafting. Oh, does this work? Does this work? Try it in practice mode real quick. Okay, it does work, and then boom, store it. That's what he does with it. You see the results for him. So,
Pretty successful.
He said you could pretty much learn Tekken thinking more than playing more. Sometimes playing a more is sometimes thinking.
There was a study I read on that recently. I won't explain the whole study in detail, but basically they had two teams of basketball players, and they both had them train differently. One set was training physically for like shooting, and the other set they had them imagine them shooting well over a 1 week course period. And then at the end of it, it turns out that both of them were pretty close in skill level in terms of just shooting. So mind working is pretty important. Yeah, there you go. JD's a semi-pro basketball player in the chat, so he knows what I'm talking about. So Dream Center asks both players tips on what to pick up after the match you lose a set on. I guess thinking about how you lost would probably be one of the things I would think about. Is what went wrong? Like, where did the damage come from? You know, where was the specific scenarios where you lost the round?
Where did you leave damage on?
You're right.
Yeah, where did you hit the wrong button at the wrong time?
Right.
Stuff like that. I used to do that a lot, driving home tournaments, just thinking about it. Just like, how did I lose against that guy? What happened in this round? Maybe if I did this, would have been a better answer. It's like just always thinking about it. And that's the best part about this day and age of fighting games. So many things are just filmed and streamed, and there's a record of it somewhere. You could go back and watch your own matches, and then like sometimes you just listen to the commentaries, like, oh, he missed a punish there, he missed a block punish there. Just don't do those next time. Fix those, and then after you start fixing these things, you'll accumulate to your becoming a solid player, basically.
Makes a lot of sense. Anything you want to add to that, Shea?
I would say knowing where like in the sets where you deviated from the kind of if you had something going into it, knowing like where your game plan kind of went wrong and it didn't adapt to it. Like I remember a combo breaker when I played he saw game plan going in and he adapted to the style of what I was trying to do, and he kind of took advantage of that thing I was talking about earlier, the overzealousness of the Steve players. I found myself getting counter hit a lot. I was getting less and less patient. Like the game plan was take the lead and just back away, be on the defensive. And then I was just kind of like afterwards I just got lost in my offense and I just got counter hit a lot and ended up losing. So that kind of thing, knowing where your game plan went wrong and if you adapted to it or not, and adapting the next time. So I would say that.
Okay.
Just fixing mistakes. Fix more and more mistakes.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just a matter of just refining yourself until you don't make those mistakes anymore. And then
another good tip. If you lose to the guy in tournament, just ask him, dude. Like, did you notice anything that I should be looking out for? Did you just ask them? Sometimes they'll gladly just give you the tip. Like, I noticed you started ducking a lot in this situation. I started noticing that you just started holding back in that situation. So it's like, yeah, you'll start hearing where your problems are in your game. So.
Yeah, I think that's important because I don't think a lot of people make that proactive decision to ask the person that just beat them. It's like, hey, what did I do wrong there? Because I think a lot of people are either too salty or they're too shy or they're too too thinking about it too much, and they're not thinking about the next step. They're just like, man, I lost. Like like the brainstorm is happening and not the good kind of brainstorm. So you just gotta take the next step and be like, hey, was there anything I could have done better there? And it helps a lot. Trust me, it helps a lot. Anything else from the chat before we move on to the game show? Anything else? Brawl Pro, you got any questions? I know you got some Steve questions, I bet, because Shea beat you.
Oh, shoot.
I gotta keep bringing it up until he beats you, Shea. I'm training him psychologically to beat you. Oh, here we go. Woo Killer B asks again, when in range 0 or 1, I get super scared. To step moves, how do you train yourself to get rid of that fear of range 0? Of, like, opponent range 0, I guess. Where they're pressure.
I guess learn how to keep out. Or, like, learn how to create space or find scenarios where it's safe to create space and stuff like that. And that'll come with time.
Mm-hmm.
Experience with the game, you'll figure it out just from playing a lot more.
I agree. Just play more. You'll just experiment and you'll find what works and what doesn't work. Anything else? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Going once, going twice. $180.
$180 for Katarina. Oh my god. Why is no one playing Kuma and Panda? Because they're weird, and I guess people hate animals. I don't know.
I couldn't answer that either.
Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you ask James that? He can tell you. Alright, so we're just gonna move on to the game show then, if there's other questions. So, how much? Oh, here's actually one last question. If Steve came up in the auction, how much would you guys bet?
Damn, I only had $30, but I think I would have went up to like 80 tops. Like
80 tops?
80. No, I wouldn't go 100. At 100, I would feel you're an idiot. Why the hell would you buy a character? But I don't know.
Shay?
I think 80 tops.
I was like,
Hey, Shay, were you trying to get geese?
no, I put up like
For Noctis, right?
I wasn't going past $30 for any character. Like that.
I was not gonna get any money. I was like, this is stupid, and then I got tempted by all the hype. The social pressure got to me, and in the middle of it, I ran to the ATM and got money. And I was gonna pay. Let's say I was gonna pay 90 for Leo. I know me and Palakis would have gone back and forth on that shit. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I think Palakis was just gonna do it to troll you.
Oh, he would have done it. He would have looked straight at me and be like, "I know you want this. I know you want this."
Dude, he was doing a bunch of those.
He was doing it for everybody. It's like, man, making this shit more expensive. Stop.
Motherfucker.
I made a bet with Trungy that at Spiro's first electric was gonna be a down forward 2 instead of a real electric. And I lost because he actually did electric, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Damn, you guys should have. Damn. Double or nothing on the down too.
Double or nothing. Oh, and Maurice is asking if Shay, when are you gonna come out to another tournament? Summer Jam? You gonna be here for Summer Jam?
Yeah, for Summer Jam.
Yeah, you'll be here for Summer Jam. You gotta get top 8 again. Gotta come back.
No. we'll see.
They made top 8, man. I gotta defend my top 3.
It's probably going to be a lot bigger now since it's a master event.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Like Geico was. Geico was a lot harder this time around. Besides that, okay, so it's 10, so we probably should move to it. So, this is the Tekken Jeopardy. Since, I don't know, you guys, Shea watched a little bit. MYK, I don't know how much of it we watched of it. It basically works the same as Jeopardy. It's basically, I'm going to have a bunch of questions, and I'll read the question to you, answer it, get points. If you get it wrong, then I deduct points from you. If none of you answer the question, then it just passes. And if someone answers incorrectly, I deduct points. And if you answer incorrectly, then it goes to the other person if they want to try to steal it.
Do I just answer it with a question?
If that's what I was gonna ask. Do you guys want to implement the rule where if you answer it in the form of a question, you'll get full credit for the question? If you do not answer it in the form of a question, but it's correct, I deduct half from you.
Damn, I don't know. I don't like that.
Okay, so
I don't watch enough Jeopardy.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just keep it don't answer in the form of a question because I found out that doing it last time it was too complicated because people wouldn't remember to do it.
Yeah, it seems like everybody that's on that show Jeopardy, a bunch of Jeopardy.
Yeah, they're all.
I've been trading for.
They traded for like 10,000 years, and I'm ready.
Like, they know blue squares.
They know like the most random like trivia too. Like how the fuck do you even know like how fucking
toilet paper was made in what year?
Like
wait, what was first white?
What was the color of H.P. Lovecraft shit in 1842? Like I don't know, man. And there is a money prize involved, but it's a money prize in the terms of me buying you something. Yeah, and it's I don't know if you guys want this. If you don't want this, just let me know. I'll get something else. But here, if I don't know if you can see in this stream, I brought
Tub
it
of
up.
ice cream.
I gotta get a different picture for you, I think, Mikey, because you
Box of drumsticks will suffice.
Box of drumsticks. Hold on a second. Did I not save this picture somewhere? Come on, tell me I saved this. There we go. I'm gonna put it in the Discord.
Oh shit! It's gonna freaking crash.
Is it gonna crash?
Oh shit! What did I do?
Oh my god! Damn! Are you seeing this, Shea?
Yo!
Yeah.
Tell me that was on the line.
Yeah, because last time I was just selling things from my sponsor's Teespring store. Check it out, Arcade Impact at Teespring. But I saw this and I was like, you know what? I think they deserve it. So.
Dude, that's actually pretty.
I'm getting my paycheck next week, so I don't mind. I'll pay for everything. Don't worry about it.
Damn.
Yeah. As long as you're not like an extra large, Mike. Yeah. So, and then once we run through all the categories, there'll be a final Jeopardy question, and I'll explain the rules for that. So, getting on with it. Because the stream is delayed and you guys can't see it, I will read you the question. If you need me to repeat it, don't worry about it. I got you. Okay, let me just make sure the scores are like I can easily change them, and then let me open up.
You're looking kind of sideways. Like, what's going on?
So yeah,
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to.
You fucked it up somehow. I think you became what's the word? 4x3 or whatever. Just flip it, I guess. And of course, honor rules. No.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Boom. There we go. Honor rules: no cheating, no reading the internet, no reading the chat, whatever.
My internet's down, anyways. I can't even cheat about it.
Right. Okay, so I will read off the categories. Let me actually make this louder. There we go. As soon as it loads, I spent all day on this. Nah, just kidding. Okay, so we have 5 categories here for the 3rd edition of Tekken Jeopardy. What's that move? Name that move. Lore. General Tekken. And what's that stage? What's that move actually asks for you to, I believe, give you the notation of the move. Name that move is actually telling you the actual in-game move list name of the move, not like a fake name. And lore is lore pertaining to Steve, so it's all gonna be Steve's story stuff. And General Tekken is any question possible about Tekken. It's kind of basically just random select whatever I feel about asking about Tekken. And what's that stage? I'm gonna show you a picture of a stage, and then you're gonna try to guess what the stage is. Because we don't have a buzzer system, I'm gonna basically work it like this. The first person to say Steve will go first. And once, of course, if you pick a question and you get it incorrect, and I guess if you fail to answer, then I gotta deduct points from you and pass it to the next person.
Oh,
it's a rough life out here. I'm paying a decent amount of money for that jacket.
Damn.
And to decide who goes first, you guys can play virtual rock paper scissors. So just DM me in Discord your choice.
Damn.
Can you do that, MYK, on your phone? Can you do that? Or you can send it me on Twitter, or if you want.
I think. Dude, but it's gonna kick me out of this, right? I don't know.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna
DM you on this?
Wait, why don't you just flip a coin, Dean?
Oh, I guess you could do that.
Yeah,
too.
let's just do that.
Yeah. No one brought that up. No one brought that up. Wait, do I even have a coin? Oh, I do. Okay. You want heads or tails? Who wants heads? Who wants tails?
I'll take tails.
Tails. Okay. Shea goes
that's a crazy.
heads. Shea goes first.
Yeah. Let me get lore for 400.
Lore. Steve Lore. All right. Oh, this is easy, I think. Before being named Steve Fox, this was Steve's original design name. First person to save Steve. First person to save Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, yeah, Shea, yeah.
Wait, I thought I had to.
You
I
did.
picked the question.
Well, no, because
What's the point of flipping the coin? I
no,
guess this is
because because that's first pick of the question.
Yeah, I see. Dean Airwicker.
Correct, Dean Airwicker.
Damn.
100 points. Now pick another one, please. Another category.
Let's do the last category. Like,
You know, it's supposed to be Shea that picks another category, but we could alternate
okay.
too, if you want. That doesn't really matter for me, if Shea doesn't mind.
I don't mind.
Oh, wait.
Okay, then you can pick.
We
Go
have to
ahead,
stay
go
in
ahead,
this-
go ahead, Mike. You can pick. It's fine.
Wait, we have to stay in the same category. I don't know.
No, you don't have to stay in the same category. You don't have to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do the last one. Anything, whatever. Tekken.
Lore
Stuff.
for 1,000.
For is that the most expensive
That's the most.
option?
That's the most. Yeah.
The least is 200, right?
The least is 100. Oops.
Oh shit. Okay.
So it's 1 to
That's-
500 and then 1,000.
Damn. Okay. 500.
500. All right. Remember, first one to say Steve. Steve's unique arm scar is located on which arm?
Steve.
MYK.
Left.
Left arm. Damn, I can't believe you knew that one. You guys have been looking at that character shirtless for a long time.
Tekken bowling, baby.
Tekken bowling.
He's a left armor.
Okay, Shea, pick category.
What's that move for 500?
500.
This is the notation.
This is the
one, right?
notation. This is the. Hold on a second. Is this the notation one? I'm gonna find out because I just want to make sure before. Sometimes I confuse myself on this. What is this?
Should be like, what's that move and name?
It's
That's what
usually pretty clear for me. Oh yeah, this is the notation actually. Okay, so this 2-hit string is one of Steve's slowest low attacks. Steve.
Oh, 4-3.
Steve.
Say it. Just go. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh, 4-3-2.
Yeah, I'll 4-3-2. What was that for 500? Damn, 500 points. You gotta step your game up, Shea.
Man.
Shea. Shea. He so MYK pick category because Shea picked that one.
Okay. What was the other categories? The first three?
What's that move? Name that move and lore.
I like lore. Let's do lore for 1,000.
Ooh. You know, if you get this wrong, you're gonna deduct 1,000.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Hold on. That's kind of scary. Yeah, that one's
He
too
picked it
risky.
already. It's too late.
Fuck.
You
Is
wanna
this
pick?
locked in?
You wanna
Is
pick?
it locked in? Like,
Yo, we're gonna lock in. Alright. For 1,000, Steve had positive Netsu with Law, Paul, Nina, and Blank in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. One more character had positive Netsu with Steve. From
Wait,
Steve. Like,
Paul?
Steve likes them. Law, Paul, and Nina, and one more.
Paul, Nina.
Steve likes someone else.
Did anybody play any other team other than like Marduk and like?
That's the buzzer. That's it. It was Lay.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, it was Lay.
No one would have got that.
It was late. Well, that's why it's 1,000 points, buddy. That's why it's 1,000
Yeah.
points. But since
Yeah,
no one
that's
buzzed for it,
awful.
we're just gonna let it slide. Since no one buzzed for it, Shea, pick a category.
Name that stage 300.
Name that stage. Name that stage. Want the stage?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's actually I'm gonna show you an image of the stage. Oh, this might be bad for MYK though, because he might not be able to see it. Maybe.
Damn, this is rigged.
This is rigged. Oh, I didn't expect you to use your phone, so.
I know. I'm trying to switch over.
Just go to this. I'm gonna put it in the Discord. Yeah. Hold on a
Alright.
second.
Switch over.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready as shit. Alright, here we go. Remember, first one to say Steve. You have to name that stage.
Still loading. What is this? Oh.
Everybody knows it.
Who gave a shit about this stage? Fuck this stage. God damn it. Oh, I hate that stage.
Yeah, can't remember the.
No, I don't remember any Tag 2 stages except like the remade one. Damn, that's a tough one, man.
Oh, well, that's it. So nobody's gonna get that one. It was Tempest. Tempest.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Now you feel like you remember, right? Because you remember seeing it on the loading screen. Tempest. Oh my god. Mike, go ahead.
Okay, let's do name that move.
Yeah. That's the one where you actually have to find out the move list name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down. Let's do that one for 400.
100?
400.
400. Okay. What is the name of Up Forward 1? Damn, you guys suck at this.
What the hell is that? Damn. Well, we were. Yeah, I thought we were just doing like general Tekken characters. Only Steve? I don't know.
No, only the other two categories are on the Steve. Come on, you guys supposed to be specialists.
Official move names?
Official move names, 5 seconds. Anyone want to guess? No one's over the top.
No.
It's called Over the Top. It's called Over.
Really?
It's called
Over.
It's a cool. It's a cool little name because it's.
That's an arcade, freaking armor sling game name.
Over the. It's a military reference to World War I actually. Shea, pick a category. What's you? Okay, first of all, Iron Spider Lord. I'm not gonna do a name that move for Leo because all of her fucking moves are in Chinese.
Yeah.
That no one's gonna win that. No one's gonna win that. All right, go ahead, Shea.
Lore for.
You have 1 to 300 left.
300. Lore for 300.
Okay. With the exception of Tekken 7, Steve had the same default costume for all of his appearances except which game?
Steve.
Yeah, that was Shea. That was Shea.
Yeah. Tekken 4.
Tekken 4, yes. Catching up. Mike?
Let's do the first one. What's that move?
Yeah, what's that move? Yeah.
What do we have left?
Everything except 500.
Okay, let's do 400.
400. Bonus, so that means that the rewards and deductions are doubled.
Oh shit.
This Steve attack, new to Tekken 7, is one of Steve's strongest block punishers.
Steve.
Shea.
4 to 1 plus 2.
Steve.
Yeah, MYK. Yeah.
Steve.
Go
4 to
ahead,
1
go.
plus 2 too.
4 to 1 plus 2.
I said that.
You said 4 to 1 plus 2. You didn't finish it. You said 4 to 1 plus 2. You gotta finish the move. Yo, Mike just died over there. Oh my god. Alright.
Rob, thank you.
So-
That's cheating.
Alright.
No, listen.
He just
Rob.
left it up there.
He just got robbed.
Yeah, that's Rob.
Oh, so I gotta deduct now, right? Oh my god. Shea, you might have just lost this. Oh my god. I'm not gonna do negative. That's too mean. Doing negative points is too mean. That's too mean. Anyways, who picked that category? Oh, Mike. Shea, they pick a category.
That's the stage for 1,000.
Oh man, that boy wants. Oh man, he wants to get back in the game. I mean, he has nothing else to lose. He has 0. So. All right.
Damn.
So let me. All right.
Dude, Tag 2 stages are messed up. Come on.
But this is 1,000, so this is gonna be hard.
Holy shit, we're doing Tekken 2?
Oh, can you see
Was
recognize?
that 1?
It's Tekken 2. At least he recognizes this Tekken 2. Maybe I shouldn't do Tekken 2 stages unless you're super old school. It's Tekken 2. It's Tekken 2, Moist.
No, it's not Kings. It's one of the main motherfuckers. Like,
I will accept an alternate answer for this stage since it is pretty hard. But there's only one alternate answer I'll accept. Time's up. Morning Fields. I also would have accepted Jun's stage.
Oh, Jun. Like, yeah, I was gonna go with
It's Jun's stage, yeah. Okay.
Jun stage.
No points there. So, Mike, please go ahead.
Let's do, what's that move for 1,000? Wait, did we do 1,000?
We didn't do 1,000.
Yeah, let's do 1,000.
Okay, 1,000. This is Steve's only attack, which requires 4 directional inputs.
What?
As in, like, you know how you like forward, down, forward. It requires 4 of those type of motions.
Oh, Steve.
My MYK.
Horse circle back, forward, 2 plus 3.
Well, yeah, 2%. Oh. I didn't put it wrong, but yeah, basically that. Yes.
Oh, that's stupid unblockable.
Yes, the unblockable. It's put in a way so that you're never gonna get it by accident.
Dude, that shit used to just be corsical back 2 plus 3 or corsical back 2 or some shit. That was terrible. Yeah, I think it was just corsical back 2 before.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Dude, in Tekken 5, you used to get that while you're just trying to do a standing 2 while backdashing. That was fun.
Leo's fucked up in this game because now her triple shoulder is back forward. So when I'm backdashing and I want to use forward 1 plus 2 as a whiff punish, I get back forward 1 plus 2, and I'm standing there for like negative 100. So it's the worst. I hate that input. Who picked? Oh, okay, so Shea, go ahead. Yeah.
General Tekken.
4.
500.
500? Okay. General Tekken. The Mishima Dojo in Tekken 7 shares several design elements with this Tekken 4 stage.
Steve.
Steve.
Oh, he said it first. Yeah, Mike.
Honmaru.
Dang, Shea. Getting bodied.
I got robbed on that forward 1 plus 2 one.
No, he didn't say the full thing. I don't accept partial answers. we for real in these streets.
Damn.
Who would pick? Oh, MYK.
Yeah, let's do General Tech. Which one did he do for that one?
He did 500.
5.
Yeah, let's do 400 for General Tech.
Okay, 4. This character is actually the adopted daughter of her mother, despite looking similar.
Steve.
Oh, damn.
Yes, Shea.
Julia.
Alright, my boys finally has some points. Alright, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
get points on the not Steve related.
Yeah, not should have picked 1,000 then. Shea.
General Tekken for 1,000.
Man, you better get this right. Okay, so this character's ending in Tekken 5 features them walking away from an explosion after setting said explosion.
Steve.
Whoa. Was that?
Steve.
Yeah,
Steve.
Mike, yeah.
What? I said that first. Get out of here.
Wait, hold on a second. Do you want to do another rock, paper, scissors for it?
I mean...
Because you said it almost at the same time.
Come on, man. I'm already down like 1,000.
I think it's fair. I think we'll give it to him. But
Okay, Shea. Okay, go guess. I'll let you guess it.
Brian.
Oh, Steve's ending. Oh, it's Steve's ending.
I'm pretty sure that happened in Brian's ending.
I could watch it, but it's also Steve's ending. That's the answer.
I think that might be acceptable.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna watch Brian's ending, and if it is, I'm gonna accept it. Really quick. Because you might be a smarter man than me, Shea. You might be a smarter man than me.
He's always blowing up something.
That's the one where he blew up Yoshi, isn't it?
If you wanna... If he blew up Yoshi, I guess if you want to say that, but in Yoshi's endings, Brian blew up.
Yeah, Brian blew up. I don't know what happened to Yoshi, though. Did he
Oh, no, it didn't. Nope, sorry, Shea. He shot Yoshi. He shot.
Oh yeah.
He shot Yoshi. He fucking shot at him, and he fell down, and he walked over him with a Desert Eagle and just shot him off screen. That's what happened. The ending.
Damn.
So the rules have it's going still no bueno for Steve, for Shea. So who guessed that? Shea. Oh, and Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying Steve, because it was like
It was Steve's ending, yeah.
and then Steve's ending. Yeah,
it was Steve's ending, right?
I remember the laboratory. You had the
he
freaking Zippo lighter.
And he punched everything. He walked away, and then he did that's hyper detailed still at the end. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
anime
ending.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah.
That was pretty sick. Mike, pick a category.
Shoot. Which ones do we have left?
Everything's left. The categories again is what's that move, name that move, lore, general Tekken, and naming that stage.
Oh. Let's do lore. What's the most expensive?
We only have 200 left.
Okay, let's do 200 for lore.
As revealed in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, this character's mother was known to care for Steve in his childhood.
Oh, I know.
This character's mother, not the name of the mother.
Steve.
Who was that? Was that Mike?
That was Shea. Yeah.
Oh, Shea. Sorry, yeah, Shea.
Leo.
Correct. There we go. Good.
That was always so weird to me that they like intercrossed them like somehow like
yeah,
Leo.
It's a little weird. You know, it's because Leo doesn't have a relationship with anyone else. She has no character interaction except she just doesn't like Kazuya.
They have good Netsu.
They do have good Netsu, yeah. Oh, well, Steve doesn't have good Netsu with Leo, but she does with Steve. Who picked that? Okay, Shea picked a category.
Oh, it's me next?
Yeah, it's you.
Let me get name that move 300.
300. All right. What is the name of 121 down 2? He's just laughing. He's like, oh fuck.
Damn.
You know, I thought the 121 2 would be easy, so I made it down to. This is really the hardest category, I think. This is the hardest category.
Yeah, it's really hard. I thought we were gonna get some like while standing 1-2s, like
dude, I'm not gonna pick the easy
or
stuff.
Something.
That's gonna be too easy. You're gonna steal points too easily.
Dude, I don't even know the move name for full crouch down for. Skyscrapers for duck 2.
Steve Mains can only name one name for sure. Anyways, it's British Edge Combo 2. Number 2. Because British Edge Combo was 1-2-1-2. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was Centurion Rush. I think that might be.
No, you're thinking of Argos Rush, which is a different move. Centurion Rush is a different character move, I think.
Isn't that Nova from Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah, it's also Centurion Rush, Centurion Hyper. Yeah, character. You like that? Who asked that? Mike, did you ask that?
No.
Oh, Shea. Oh, yeah. So your turn. Yeah.
I guess we'll do the stage one, the most
500
expensive one.
All
right, we'll do that.
All right, fuck it. Get ready.
Oh man, here we go. Oh, rooftop. What is it called?
I played Tekken 4 a lot, so I know a lot of these stages actually.
Damn, my Tekken lore stuff is not good.
Gotta up that lore.
Damn. I thought I knew my Tekken.
Literally you don't. That's my favorite part of the show. Time's up, and it's called
Tekken 4 Rooftop.
It's called Building.
It's just called
Rooftop Building?
It's just called Building.
Oh, what the?
Because there's a part of the building where you could play inside. You can play inside of it.
Yeah, Tekken 4 had really simple ass stage names.
Yeah.
I was thinking, or the arena. Or
the arena and the beach, the airport. Yeah, it's really simple.
Yeah, the air. Ah, shit.
I was thinking of the song name. I thought the song
Oh, the song from it is really good. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
but it
It's
has
a
a name.
really
I
good
can't
song. Yeah. Shay.
What's left here? How much is name that stage for this?
If 400 is the last, is the
Really?
highest, is the highest.
Let me get that 400.
400, 400, right? You said 400.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna know one of these.
All right. All right. Oh, I think Mike got this one, to be honest.
Gosh. Ah, this is good. Like right there.
Someone in the chat got it correct.
Wilderness. Sheep wilderness. Sheep fields. Fucking
Sheep
man.
wilderness. Time's up.
Sunlit sheep wilderness.
Sunlit, what?
Sunlit sheep wilderness.
You combine like 3 different stages into one. It's called Hidden Retreat.
Oh my god.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back.
Oh my god. I'm so bad at this. That's hard. That is hard.
That is
Damn.
hard. Well, it was worth a lot of points. So, Mike.
What's that move?
We have 1 to 300 left.
Let's do the 300.
I feel like making the stage and the name categories worth more because they're so hard.
Yeah, those are hard,
Yeah,
man.
I think I'll do that next time.
You
They'll
should
make
do like
it...
a music challenge or something. What stage was this, or like...
Oh, that's like... I thought about that. That's like double hard because you gotta name the stage.
Yeah.
From the music. Ooh.
Or I guess you could take the nicknames of stages.
That's true.
Jungle.
Anyways, this built-in high attack also has an anti-punch Sabaki effect.
Steve.
Shea.
Damn.
Peekaboo 2.
Peekaboo 2. Yes, very good. Hannah, tip of your tongue. Thinking too much about sheeps. Shea.
General Tekken 300.
Before we answer that, hold on. I want to see if I can put that sheep song on. If it doesn't crash the stream.
Let's have Mike sing. You gotta have it on.
It's a pretty good theme for Jeopardy, TBH.
Yeah, you could just leave that on the whole background.
Don't want to make it too loud though. What was that again? Sorry, say it again. General Tekken for what?
300.
Okay. Get ready. This was the name of Tekken 5's Tekken Force game mode equivalent. So we're looking for a name. Oh, Shea. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Steve, Devil Within?
Shit, I was thinking that too.
It's Devil Within. Devil Within.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Devil Within.
Oh, hell yeah.
I forgot about it. I knew it too, and I just forgot it.
I was like, is that a player name or what?
It does sound like a player name. There's a Polish player named Devil who's supposedly very good. Who asked that? Shea, right? So, Mike.
We did all the stage ones, right? And we did all
no, the stage ones you still have 2 left, 100 and 200. Most of the ones that are left are low points.
What's the highest point one left?
Name that move.
Fuck. Never mind. That one's hard.
I'm scared of it.
I guess we'll do... What's that move for 100?
Keeping it small and safe. Okay. It's easy. This attack is a jab followed by a mid jab. Very easy.
Steve.
And Mike.
1 down 1.
1 down 1, yep. Shea.
Name that move 1,000.
Man, the man's is going in. The man's is going in. This one might be easier than I think it is, but we're about to find out. What is the name of Steve's back turn throw?
Steve.
Shea.
Fuck.
Schoolyard bully.
Yeah.
Yes, the man has got some points. Schoolyard bully.
Oh.
Schoolyard bully. Boom, boom, boom. Bam. What's up, Nashy? Alright, so Mike.
We only got little ones left. What's the most expensive one left?
Still name that move for 500.
Fuck it, let's go for it.
Alright. What is the name of down back 1+2? I actually remember this without reading the move list.
Fuck, I only know the anime name. Heartbreak Shot or some shit. I don't know what it's called. Something shot. Damn, I don't know. I'll slap myself with this one.
10 seconds.
Nope, I don't know. It's the Power Crush.
It is the power
Just
crush.
hella damage
Yeah,
at the wall.
yeah.
The stunner? Just something.
Oh, you
stun.
were really close. You were really close. It's called stun gun.
Stop!
Imagine a name that move for Leo. I might not do a name that move for Leo, Josh Cole. It would just be disastrous. Unless I find some Chinese Leo pro, he would know all that shit.
Dude, that is too much.
He would be like, Zhongbo. So, I don't know. I'm an ignorant bigot, sorry. But, who picked that? Mike did, right? So, Shea.
General Tekken 200.
Okay. Most of the newer Leo moves are not in Chinese, actually. General Tekken 200. This is the only character to be introduced in Tekken 3, but did not return until Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Steve.
Is that Shea?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Force Law?
Force Law, correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Force Law.
It's a good one.
Wait, does Tag 1 not count? Because he's a...
Yeah, it's not count Tag 1, I guess. Because, yeah, that makes sense. It's fine. Forget about it. I'll give you the points anyways. If you don't want to, don't jeopardize the integrity of the question, because I'm gonna deduct points from your ass. Because then you might as well just got it wrong. Mike?
Alright, still got the stage one.
Yeah, 1 and 200.
I'll do the 200 for the stage.
Okay. I gotta get ready here. Okay. Oh, it's a double, so it's 400 cost.
Double? What the?
No,
Oh, Steve!
Mike.
Fontana.
Say that again?
Fontana di Trevi.
Fontana di Trevi. Yeah. That's a real place, too. That's probably why it's easy to name.
I've been there, yeah.
You've been there? Oh, shit. What was that, 200?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to that. Cool. Yeah, I think it's one of... Oh, okay, I have a story here. When I was playing Dancer, aka Maurice, at one of my first Tekken tournaments, Apex 2012, and we were playing for 3rd place guaranteed, and it was 1-1, and I could pick stage, I guess that's what we were doing. I could pick stage, and I picked Fontana di Trevi because it was like, it's a lot of space, and it has walls, so it's best of both worlds. And then when I picked that stage, Dancer was like, yeah, because everybody likes that stage, so it's good. It's just a cool looking stage too. I ended up losing, but whatever. That was a close one. It was like final game, final round. Who just picked that? Mike, right? Or did you pick that, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Shea.
What's that move? 200.
Okay, last one. What's that move? This high attack on block creates enough advantage frames for a guaranteed follow-up.
Steve.
That was Mike.
Duck forward to the blue one.
Yeah, the blue one. Hey, I'll accept that.
No, hold on. That shouldn't count either.
You know what?
No, it's
you know what?
extended
You know what? The
depth.
boys low on points. We'll give it to him. The boys low on points. I'm sympathetic. We'll give it to him. It should be extended duck forward too. Not duck in the blue one.
I get out of here. Forward plus 2 doesn't count.
Not
The
duck in the
commentary
blue.
took over.
The commentary took one. Yeah, the commentary took over. What is that? 1900 and then other ducks. Mike, right? Yeah.
I think we still have one more for the stage, right?
One more.
100? Yeah, I'll do that one.
Oh, it's another double, so it's worth 200. This is easy, I think.
Steve.
Mike.
I'm not getting it.
No, it's not. Oh, damn it! I forgot. Abandoned Temple.
Abandoned Temple. Okay, good. Wow, you just got back those points you just lost instantly. Damn, cheating. Shea.
That move 200.
What name that move, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of Peekaboo 1+2?
Steve.
Wow, that was really close.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was really close. You want to do rock, paper, scissors again?
Just flip a coin, man.
Okay. Oh my god, I keep forgetting. Yeah. All right. Which one do you want?
I'll just do tails.
I'll give tails to Mike. Mike.
10 count.
10 count.
That's the famous one.
That's the famous one. What's the other name for it? People know.
The size. Tasty Steve calls it like the sizing.
The sizing up, man. Isn't there another name? Like 10 count, and then there's like, I don't know. There's another name for it. Now we only have 3 100s left. Name that move lower in General Tekken. Mike, go ahead. Oh wait, no. Did you just go?
Did I?
I went.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no. So yeah, Mike, go.
Yeah, I'll do General Tekken. Well, whatever we have.
100. It's the last one.
Oh, let's do it.
The Tekken Zaibatsu's paramilitary division is called what?
Steve.
Shea.
Tekken Force.
Yeah, Tekken Force. 1900. What was that? 100. Shea. Lore and name that move.
Lore 100.
This character is Steve's aunt, quote unquote, by blood.
Steve.
Adele.
Shea.
Anna.
Who is
Anna Williams.
Yes, Anna. Alright. Mike, last one. It's name that move for 100, and the question is, what is the name of back one?
Steve, quick hook.
Shea, yeah, quick hook.
No, Steve.
No, too late. He said it already.
He said quick hook.
It is quick hook.
It's not. I thought it was left hook.
No, it's quick hook. I looked at the move list before the instructions.
Back one.
Yeah, it's quick hook. It's quick hook.
Oh, I thought. It was
Alright, so now we got our final Jeopardy question. I'm thinking about maybe making 2 Jeopardy boards, but nonetheless, 2 final Jeopardy question. So in this one, it's a detailed question that's kind of hard, and you two don't tell me the answer. Just send it to me in a DM, and then you wager how much you wanna wager the point value. So you can wager between 1 and how much you own. So if you get it wrong, you lose that much. If you get it right, you add that much. So
I can only bet the amount that I have.
So yeah, you can only bet 2,100, and Mike can bet 4,200.
All right.
So it's either
4,200.
So you could either Mike's in the lead with 4,200. Shea has 2,100 right now. So either you could bet it all or bet very little. It's up to you. Let me change the music here to the Final Jeopardy music. I had the thinking music. All right, so let me read the question first, and then remember, send it to me in a DM. Don't say anything.
On Twitter?
Anywhere.
I'll just text you.
Yeah. All right. In Tekken, there are many characters which are representatives of certain styles of martial arts. But while Steve is an obvious representation of boxing, what specific style of boxing does he emulate? Also represent, same thing.
Oh.
I'll give you guys a minute.
I don't understand. What style?
Yeah. Like, what's his martial art besides boxing? It's a special type of boxing.
As soon as it loads.
I'm gonna text you the answer to D.
Yeah, just technically. Mike, how much do you want to wager? You have to send that to.
Oh shit.
Wait. Can I change my answer?
Yeah, because probably didn't understand the rules. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. This is my real answer.
This is my final.
Oh, where did you? Oh, you DM'd me on Twitter, right?
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Nope. Okay. All right. So, okay. So I guess I'll go with Shea's answer first. Shea guessed that it was Southpaw, and he bet all of it. And you know what? How about I read both your questions first, answers first, and then I'll reveal the answer, so it makes it more intimidating. And then Mike guessed, as soon as Twitter loads, Southpaw unorthodox. Both of you picked Southpaw, but one of you added unorthodox. Interesting. So, these are both very good answers, but they are both not correct, I'm afraid.
Damn.
Because Southpaw is actually the reverse of what Steve is, because Steve actually leads with his left jabs. A Southpaw leads with their right jabs, because Steve is his left jab is his furthest arm that goes out first. His two jab doesn't go as far.
But isn't it with like dominant arms or something?
Yeah,
With,
but it's not necessarily his dominant arm. It's whatever you lead your jab with. Steve leads with his left. That's what most people do. And the actual specific style, because it correlates to his gameplay, is counter punching. That's the answer I'm looking for. It's an actual specific style of boxing called counter punching. Yeah.
Damn. Movies got me, man.
Makes a lot of sense, right? Makes a lot of sense. it makes because
dirty boxer too, man. He's foot stomps and shit. That can't.
All right, he's a dirty boxer, but that's nonetheless he's a counter puncher. He's definitely not a southpaw. So Mike bet 2,200. He did not get it correct, so I have to deduct 2,200. What is that? What's the math there? What's 4,200 minus 2,200? That's 1,800.
Wait, 4,200 minus 2,200. I'm at 2,000.
Is it 2,000? Oh, okay. I'm bad at math. Trust me. Super bad at math. And then Shea, you bet it all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet it all.
I did.
He fucked up. So your winner by 2,000 points is MYK.
Damn.
All right. Yeah, Shea, if you bet nothing, you would have won. Or if you bet one. If you bet one, you would have won.
Oh, yeah.
If you bet one, you would have won.
But that was the mind game.
That was the mind game. That's the mind game of Final Jeopardy.
That was the mind game.
I went out like a Steve player, you know. I did the down back 3-2 and it didn't pay off.
Bet it all.
You bet it all. All right. So, I will send you the I'm gonna the website that you buy this from requires like a size chart, so I'll send you some like dimensions and stuff, and we'll get the address and all that stuff sorted out, whatever. Enjoy your brand new Steve jacket. That looks pretty sick.
Damn.
I got there's one for Leo, and I ordered one for myself. Hasn't got here yet.
I did see that. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah. Pretty successful episode. I think this is one of the most detailed episodes yet. A lot of discussion about specific scenarios with Steve and, his strengths and weaknesses overall. Thank you so much, both of you, for coming on the show and sharing the knowledge with the rest of us plebs. Appreciate it, Mike, for coming on. Shea, thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. These were a lot of fun. I think everyone learned a lot of things. Did you guys want to shout out anything before we sign off here?
Shout outs to all the SoCal boys. They are red, soup. Even Run It Black. Everybody.
Even Run It Black.
Everybody. BL, Tan Man, the people that run the stream every Wednesday. Shout outs to all of them.
Oh my god.
Our Wednesday night fights would not be possible so shout out to all of them and all the people that show up. You guys are awesome. So yeah.
All right.
SoCal.
So shout outs to SoCal. I'll head out there one time when I have money. Shea, anything you a shout out to you? Anything you want to announce? Anything?
I guess just shout out to the New York Tekken scene. I feel like they're getting. I know I haven't been out lately because of work has been very. Hopefully, I'll get out there soon. But everyone that goes bi-weekly tournaments, they're all cool people, except for you, Dean. You're all right, I guess.
I'm gonna close this guy's fucking webcam. Where is his webcam on this stream overlay? Where is it? I can't find it.
Yeah, not the Jersey players. Though,
there we go.
Close
that guy.
That
close that guy. That guy's out of here. Screw that guy. I'm from Jersey, but I'm such a traitor because I go up to New York so much to play. Because Nashi and Incog live all the way like down south. I gotta travel an hour south for that, and I don't take highways getting there. So, and that's only to play Nashi and Incog, and I go all the way to New York to play like Fab, B-Hawk, GM, Exalted, all those people. So I get more worth out of it going to New York to play Tekken than I do going south. But I alternate every now and then. Whenever Incog's hosting a session, I'll try to make it.
So you're too good to play with the Jersey boys.
No, I didn't say that. Stop twisting my words, asshole. What's Mike? You gonna be at any tournament soon? You going to the CEO?
Even Nash is curious.
I guess the next tournament I'm gonna be at is the Red Bull Concourse next Saturday. So you guys can check me out over there. Oh, it'll be fun times. Fun times.
Oh, Red Bull qualifier for the Conquest thing?
Mm-hmm. I think LA's having it next Saturday. Yeah, I think it starts around noon PST. So yeah, you guys can check that out. I'll be there for sure. I want to play Dragon Ball and...
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball. How'd you gonna enter that? What was I gonna say? But no CEO for you?
No, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Hey, do you know if Ricky...
I do want to go, but like, yeah, Ricky's
going?
Confirmed. Yeah,
okay.
Ricky's going.
Okay, because I remember he said he was gonna go, but he wasn't sure about the flight, so I wasn't sure if he was going.
I think he posted on Twitter. Confirmed now that.
Shea, you'll be at Summer Jam, right? That's your next tournament. That's your next big one. Hey, you gonna be at Defend the North?
Yeah. Oh, when's that?
Mid-July.
Maybe it's in. White Plains.
White Plains again, yeah.
Yeah, so I might head up there.
That's not too far from you, right? Because that's like 40 minutes north of New York City. Not too far, right? I don't know. I don't know my upstate geography that well. I thought Buffalo was an hour north of New York City, so I suck at this.
I don't know.
It's not. It's not. And Buffalo is like fucking like 4 hours away from New York City or something like that. It's hella far.
Yeah, probably Summer Jam, maybe a random.
I'll see you there. I don't know if MYK will show up there. I mean, that's pretty far, but
Summer Jam? Is it a Masters or a Challenge?
It is a Masters. Surprisingly, it's a Masters. Surprisingly.
I think Shola told me about that. It was a Masters, so I might check it out.
What
about Canada?
Oh,
what about
Canada Cup? I don't know. I think it might be a challenger. I think it might be a challenger. I'm not sure.
I might check out. Yeah, I might check it out. When is Summer Jamming?
End of August.
End of August. Okay, same month as Evo. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm trying to make it to Evo, but finances are rough. But I want to go.
That's on the other side.
Yeah, it's so surprising that it's not on the TWT. It's crazy.
Dude, that's wild to me. I still don't understand.
They don't even have an explanation for it. They're just like, yeah, just not on it.
Yeah, why not? It should be like last year, automatic spot. Dude, that's
what happened? I don't know. Maybe like another company snagged it. Red Bull. I don't know. I do not know because now all the other companies are trying their own tours. Red Bull Conquest Tour, Geico Tour, esports.
Yeah, we don't know.
Esports. Yeah. Ask Rip about it. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah. Okay, so cool. Thank you guys in the chat for watching. Hope you guys learned something. And once again, thank you guys for throwing on. I'll be at CEO. I just need to find my flight, and then we're all set. I'm trying to make it to Evo, but that's up in the air for me. It could not happen. And then
make it out, man. At least one Evo.
I'm trying. I'll try my best. Summer Jam, I'll be there. Since that's in my backyard. That's only an hour away from me.
Sick.
And oh my god, that reminds me of a stupid story. When I went to Winter Ball this year, when I went, I didn't stay at a hotel. I just drove back and forth just to save money. And on the way there, on the day that I qualified the top 8, I was so stressed out because when I parked, I scratched some dude's car pretty bad.
Oof.
Yeah, and then the people, some authority figures saw it, and they were like, "We gotta contact the guy." And I was like, "Ah shit, and like I was getting super stressed out. But thankfully, like we had the same insurance company, so everything like kind of worked out.
Damn.
Yeah, I got lucky. I got super lucky. But then somehow I made top 8, so I don't know. It powered me. Maybe I need to scratch more cars. It helps me, I guess.
Yeah. Good luck charm.
Good luck charm.
Or maybe you have to scratch the same type of car.
Maybe. I originally was gonna go to the Canada Cup, but instead of going to Canada Cup, I'm gonna try and go to Evo. I'll also be at the Fall Classic later this year. Definitely not going to the Grand Finals in Europe. That's too much for me.
Oh, that sounds sick, though.
It does sound sick, but expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive. If you're coming in late to the episode, it'll be on my YouTube channel, and the VOD will be on my Twitch channel for a couple more days, a while actually, probably like a week or two. And follow me on Twitter at pbeef2spicy. Follow MYK at the name is MYK on Twitter.
Yep,
do you stream, Mike?
I do, but
internet, right? Yeah.
I just finally got this son of a gun, the freaking HyperX dongle for my headset, so I shouldn't be having those mic, dropping issues anymore. It seems to be working well, so I'll be back streaming more often, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. And Shea, even though I deleted you from the webcam, you should also get a Twitter because this guy's a ghost. It's impossible to contact him. It's impossible. I had to get your phone number from Steve.
How do you live?
No Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram, no Snapchat, no nothing. Nothing, this guy.
No, that's good shit, though.
Not even a MySpace.
Yeah.
Not even.
They all pass me by.
Yeah, well, you'll be getting that Twitter soon. All right, so
just at least a Twitter.
At least a Twitter. I keep telling him, make that Twitter.
Just a Twitter. You could. Yeah.
You don't even have to post shit. Just follow people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Like, get down there.
Think
Probably do that eventually.
Anyways, so, all right. So, good night. Good night, guys.
All right, peoples.
Nice.
Peace.
Good one.
Thank you, guys.